The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
Well, welcome to Sunset City, a podcast for the classic and modern age. And we got a lot to talk about today, but first, let me introduce all of our amazing people with us today. I'm Nick. Got Pup with us. How you doing, Pup?
Hello.
Also have Wayne.
Hi, what's up? I'm here also.
And Cirrus.
I make the mistake of waking up every Friday morning, and yet here I am still.
And with us today, we have a very special guest with us on our anniversary episode, Gilly the Kid.
Hi.
He's thrilled, everybody. Trust us.
As per usual, we're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. That's the normal tone you take with that.
It is now.
But we're not talking about Sonic, Nick. We're talking about humans.
Yeah. Well,
The most important part of the Sonic universe,
Yes.
Rachel.
Sonic's iconic
Well-
best buddy, the Donut Lord.
we'll
I'm
get into
already
all
go-
that. But we do have super chats to catch up from last week because we did go a little over time last week, so we should probably get to those.
Wally, do we have the document?
He put up the document.
I did put it up in the chat a little
Oh,
earlier.
shit.
It's
Okay,
right
that's-
above those lovely images you shared.
Are we are we going around the table like the usual then?
Yes.
You want me to begin?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, so Otis Small sends $5, says, your boy here. Did you notice the quick... this has Sonic 2
So
spoilers,
hang
just
up,
had a
hang up,
realization.
guys. If you are aware, we were going to talk about this last week. We can't do the show without spoilers. There's no way.
Oops.
I've also put the spoiler tag at the in the title of the episode still.
All right, they've at least had enough time now. I
Yep.
guess. All
Okay.
right. Well, did you guys notice the quick spoilers? Enerjack spoilers reference.
Oh, people noticed.
Not
Yeah.
only did we notice, I think red, green, and yellow penders noticed too.
Are you RGB penders?
Look, now he can be wrong but fast.
I am, yeah. So Cirrus and I think it's, wow, what's today? Friday. So yeah, Tuesday. We're going to be looking over
Tuesday.
we'll go over the documents. Do you want to do that live?
That I think it would be best to do it live. It'll be a whole adventure, and
Sure.
that way, if that way, people in the chat might catch something that we don't, because neither of us are lawyers.
Yeah, and I keep forgetting to reach out to a couple people that have done a lot of research into this, and
Is Webster
we-
not a lawyer?
no.
No,
Huh.
No.
Not that there's any evidence that he is. He just kind of seems like a lawyer kind of guy, you know.
I think he's just very thorough with his research.
I have some old friends that are lawyers. I want to see if they can do any reading into this for us here. That'd be pretty cool.
I'd consider Webster as a lawyer. Like if I got sued, I'd probably ask him if he could help. Anyways,
Guy, can you imagine doing that? You're just like, okay, so instead of getting a real lawyer, I'm gonna get the equivalent of a YouTube debate bro, and they're
okay,
gonna
buddy,
protect me.
listen. Just because he doesn't have a qualification, it doesn't make him not a real lawyer. What? Because I don't have a film degree, does that make me not a real filmmaker if I make a fucking film? Like, come on, man.
I think you need the bar exam to be passed. It's kind of
Yeah.
You might
I
do that.
I don't know, man. Like an exam at the end of the day is a demonstration of skill. But anyways,
the next one we have is
Go on,
for Nick.
All right. Sony with Canadian Asses 279. That Zavik post-credit scene goes so hard. I gotta admit, Pup, I don't know why we don't have that posted somewhere, but
we
that
do. It's on
that
the
cute-
Sunset City Twitter.
Oh, is it? That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, he did a quick edit of
it's not an edit. It's real.
God damn you. God damn you down. That was actually really funny. Yeah, I don't want to see Zavik. I was gonna try and say I wouldn't mind seeing him, but I would. I would very much mind seeing Zavik. I don't want to see him in these movies.
I would rather see him in the movies than in the games. That's my same policy as everything else.
I wouldn't
I would be
mind-
fine with him in the games as long as Ian's writing him.
I can agree with that. I think seeing him in the movies wouldn't be bad if it's like by the time you get to the 8th movie and you're like, okay, all the characters I care about are spent. It's fine.
Just literally ask the Weta studio if they can just recolor the Steppenwolf model, and then like, I will literally be game. I will literally be like, okay, yeah, hell yeah, let's get Zavok in these movies.
Okay, but it has to be the original Steppenwolf model.
No. That completely defeats the
It
entire
has
goddamn...
to be a monkey's paw.
He
Oh,
doesn't have enough spikes.
you mean like Thanos in the Guardians of the Galaxy game?
Oh, bloody
What you got?
Steppenwolf.
The theme park head? Are you-
I haven't even got that
so
far in the
bad.
game, but I've seen the video and I was just like, why? Yeah, that.
Why
It
this
was
design?
hysterically bad. It was so fucking bad.
And I love that game, but that's like I saw that I was like, what the fuck were they thinking?
You're just like,
It was
wow.
a Disneyland ride.
The Marvel designs with Square Enix are very hit and miss.
Some
anyways.
poor intern designed this.
Wait, you
Sure,
don't like
as
next?
we're not. Look, man, experience isn't everything. An intern could design something really good, so enough with your elitism.
Right, so it's not
Anyways.
experience and it's not a degree. So we're just gonna get you a lawyer that's like a third grader. It'll be fine.
Just unwrap your goddamn super
We just
chat
need to
first
watch
already.
more. We need to watch more. It's Always Sunny because Charlie could do it. He's the best bird lawyer in the tri-state area.
Yeah, he's the only one that practices bird law in that county.
Yeah.
The next
Cyrus,
one we
you
have
wanna-
is from Boaton. Thank you for the $5. That I'm getting the Blu-ray of Sonic 2 as soon as it comes out, and will sit comfortably besides the Dragon Ball Super Broly and Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Beautiful.
Did I tell you, Pup? I found the ultimate cut of Batman v Superman for $2, and I picked it up.
Oh, good purchase, man.
Yeah, probably won't be watching it.
Oh, come on. I mean, look, man. Yeah, we've got an arrangement. We agreed that at some point we would watch it together. Now,
We will.
I could, in theory, stream it on HBO Max to you, and we could watch it together. And with the updated aspect ratio that they do exclusively on HBO Max.
I do have HBO Max already. I don't
Well,
know why I
also,
still have HBO Max.
we can both do it then.
I think I've run out of things to watch on HBO. Actually,
Well,
too
you
many
haven't
choices.
seen Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition lately, so you've still got
I mean,
3 hours of content.
in 3 days, the new Batman movie
I
pops
am-
on HBO Max.
I am an older man as of today, Pup. I don't know if I have that kind of time anymore.
You have that kind of
He's
time
good.
because you're fucking retired.
I thought that was going to go in a very
I-
dangerous
Yep.
place.
You and
I'm
I
glad
both.
did.
This is why you really need to learn to trust me.
So, Wayne, it's your turn.
Oh shit. Yeah. What is it? Justice League. Right. Aiden F with $5. Supersonic and Shadow on the big screen almost had me in tears. Sonic 06 reference. Fixing the Master Emerald. Frontiers better goddamn bring it.
You know what my favorite thing is? Like the awkward predicament of next up. Are we going to ask Gilly to read a super chat when he's not getting any of the money?
That's entirely up to Gilly. If you don't want it, you doesn't have to.
The ethics of this thing are so skewed.
What's the next one? Because I don't know where we're at.
You got Sonic Pox.
No, he's got Zerbum.
Oh, Zerbum. Never mind, my bad. Oh, you got a big one.
Where the fuck am I?
Do you want me to? I'll highlight it. There.
Yeah.
There you
The
go.
chocolate hot frogs.
I will put it in Comic Sans.
Gonna change the colors, but no, we'll do Comic Sans.
Can you see it now?
Look,
No, where are you putting it?
It's in a
Oh,
document.
sorry. It's in the Google Doc.
above the BoJack Horseman porn. Like you'll find the April 8th super chat.
see, the
All
weird
right.
thing is, people in our chat won't know if you're serious or not, and I have to assure them he's 100% serious.
But it's okay because I censored it.
Yeah. It's you said it's the Zerbum one, right?
Yeah, the Comic Sans one.
Zerbum with 50 of something says
Frank.
so sorry to Nick that you got spoiled at the last moment. Confused. Confused emoji.
The emoji.
And thank to you from your speed reading, I get more context for the movie. The scavengers at the beginning confused my a lot, and some other things and other things.
So not only do we have Comic Sans, it also reads just as well as the Sonic Adventure 2 localized script. So perfect.
Leave Zerbum alone. I don't know if English is their first language, going by the currency they're using.
Oh my god. The next one.
Listen. I just read it. I just read what it said.
No, I know.
Pup, you're up.
Okay, so Sonic Pox. Sounds like blue chicken pox, you know? Like,
Yeah, what else would it be?
I wanted to ask y'all if y'all saw the Perfect Chaos mural, which we did because we put it up in the episode last time, which you probably saw, but we are reading this a week later, so everything we say is gonna be like, well, did you not watch the last episode?
And Wayne properly jismed.
He did.
Yeah,
He did indeed.
He really did.
Lasagna.
He lost all of his
everywhere.
chaos control.
That man. I can't. I
Yep.
can't one up that one. Never mind. We're
Y'all are
good.
making shit up about me again.
And now,
We're
Nick,
really
which
not.
Which pronunciation of this name are you going to pick? Are you going to go with Lederick or Lederick?
It's Lederick. That's got
He's
to
a
be
French.
Lederick.
No, he's a French man called Derek.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna fuck it all up and call him. I'm just gonna fuck it all up and call him Liedrick.
Lederick. With $50, mute
Lederick.
audio for the win. Hey guys, still haven't seen the movie, but I missed the first stream and I still want to support. So here you go.
God, I fucking love Lederick.
You throw $50. You throw $50 at us every single week, and you do not go out of the way to watch the Sonic 2 movie. That's putting your priorities in order. Thank you, Lederick.
The secret is overdraft.
God.
The next one we have is from Zurban again. It's 20 Canadian francs. Damn. Anyway, it is too early to ask about Shadow. It will be cool when Sonic sees Shadow and thinks he's the same as him, and ask a lot of question where they coming from, what race they are, and much more.
I would think it'd be so great if we get Amy and Shadow, and Amy crushes on Sonic, and Sonic crushes on Shadow.
I don't know why, but the wording of asks what race they are is really funny to me.
Well, they're a
And
hedgehog.
Shadow
I thought that
crushes
was
on
pretty
no one.
obvious.
Not that blue hedgehog again, of all places.
We better get that line in the movie.
Why has he got to be blue?
I'm
Oh my
telling
God.
you, I
Disgusting black
really hope they
creatures.
do the Step Bro storyline in the movie.
What are you doing, step bro?
Shadow, help me! I'm stuck.
Oh no.
Maybe we were close to it, the underwater scene.
True,
No.
Knuckles was stuck.
No, and she, what are you doing, Step Bro? And then Gun comes in and kills her.
We can only hope, man. We can only hope.
Maria.
We'll get to all that fun stuff in a little bit. We are going to be talking a little bit of humans, and
Gives
I'm
a
pretty
new,
sure it's Sonic 3 in this
Gives
episode.
a new meaning
right.
to the term cum shot.
Don't forget.
Okay, so Mr. SP with $10. My favorite scene is probably the baseball scene at the end. Knuckles learning about fun was both hilarious and heartwarming. It also contrasts well with Lonely Sonic 1 baseball scene.
Agreed.
It was good. It was cute.
Also reminded me of Sonic X.
I still want to see Knuckles go off on his own adventures, but that's just me.
We're,
Good little
we're
bit
getting
of
that show.
foreshadowing. We're getting there. We're getting Knuckles Maker. Knuckle. I don't fucking know. I just
All
want
right.
it to be like Peacemaker.
Look, I
cannot
just
stress
want
that enough.
Hideo Kojima's Knuckles the Echidna series, okay?
I just really like Peacemaker.
That's fair. Gilly, do you want to take whack?
Sure. We're at the rack music player. Sure, two consonants. With $5. If the Jim Carrey Eggman arc ended, what the fuck? Stop!
Just let him finish. Let him finish.
Be polite. Let him finish.
Okay.
Oh my god! I can't see a goddamn thing.
Okay, don't worry. Hang
Do
on.
I
I
do I have to read it like my grandma's email from the 90s?
Don't worry. I got it under control. There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god!
we gotta
that's-
keep, we gotta keep
gonna
the
throw
lime
up.
green.
If the Jim Carrey Eggman arc ended similar to SA2 and the catharsis of Game Eggman, that would be a solid way to conclude movie Eggman story. Also, I, Gilly M,
Fanny?
a fanny, smelly man, boy, man.
They did not write that.
No, but Pup did.
You
I
can
mean, I
literally
watched
see me
it. I
typing
watched.
it.
I watched it happen, but I'm like Ron Burgundy. So I just got to read what I see.
The teleprompter is there, and so you must.
You goes with the flow. I respect that.
All right, so what are they actually asking here? If the Jim Carrey Eggman arc ended similar to SA2 and the Catharsis, I don't. What?
So basically, they're questioning: will Eggman question his sense of villainy only to have Tails fucking ruin it by being a 6-year-old?
I mean, they're not wrong. That wouldn't be a terrible way to end the Eggman story, to find like some sort of piece. But I don't know, man. Like, there's not a lot of reasoning with that performance. I see.
Have Tails. I must admit, I do feel that Jim Carrey's Eggman comes across as very irredeemable, but I love the idea that you might question it, and then Tails, like in SA2, unknowingly sends him back into his villainy arc with one quote. He could literally just be like, "Oh, you gotta stick to what you know, Doctor." And he's like, "You're right."
I feel like
Oh my God.
SA2 Eggman is shows more humanity than movie Eggman.
I can agree with
Yeah.
that.
Because
100%.
movie like at least like especially movie Eggman's like really a dick.
Well, he relishes specifically in being evil, like to the point of like mentioning it more than once.
He's more Dick Dastardly than he is Eggman.
Like Knuckles is like, we're friends, and he's like, you fucking loser. No, we're not.
I've never even seen an anime. I don't know what the power of friendship is.
Yeah, I don't see a somber performance out of Carrie's Eggman. I really don't.
It would. That said, though, if anything, that would actually make it more impactful.
Yeah, but it might not tonally fit with what they're doing. But we'll see. I don't know. We have a lot to debate and discuss with this third movie coming up.
I found something rather interesting that I'm posting in the chat.
God damn it.
Put
You wanna
that
read
shit away
Otis's?
right now?
Is it me? Am I up?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
you're up.
All right, Otis. Thank you very much for the $5. Since the Chaotix theoretically exist in the movie universe, I'd like to see Vector voiced by Bobcat Goldthwait. I don't know who that is, but with a name like that, sure.
You know who he is. He's you ever watch Hercules,
Which one?
the Disney movie?
Oh, is he
The
the,
movie, right?
satyr Phil?
He's Pain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Hercules. I'm very
The two little goblins.
Pudgy pink one, I think.
well, with
Yeah,
a name
the red
like
one.
Bobcat, I think he should play Blaze.
If you heard his voice, you would know who he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Gilbert Godfrey voicing Vector would have been great, except
yeah.
R.I.P., buddy.
I wish he was still alive.
Oh, yeah. All right. Bowden with $5. Show dedicated to super chats. This Bumblecast crossover is happening.
Super chastity.
Super chastity, indeed. Well, I mean, ironically enough, though, we are done with last week's super chats as of now, so we can get into the main thing, and then we'll get to the other super chats you guys have been so gracious with so far. So, yeah. Do you want to move on to the main topic, guys?
Today's main topic is humans in the Sonic universe.
I need a stiff drink.
Yeah, but it's a 4Kids episode, so it's orange juice, right, Gilly?
There's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we got young Gillicent here on the show for this episode, is because he's caused quite a stir on Twitter with his comments towards humans being seen as somewhat discriminatory or something. I don't know. People are upset for some reason. So let's just go straight into it. Gilly, what is your stance, my boy?
Well, hot off the trails of Arlo's video, which is funny because I made a video praising the movie. I made a tweet just saying maybe I don't like the humans, and a lot of people took that as I don't want any humans in the Sonic universe, which is not what I said. I don't think that the humans were handled good in the movie. I think that they detracted from the plot and the things people wanted to see Sonic for. And a lot of the argument is like, oh, well, they aid the plot. And I'm like, yeah, but the plot was specifically written around those characters that they chose to focus on.
So let me get this straight. You're okay with humans in the Sonic universe so long as there are no Puerto Ricans.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Okay, so maybe I can actually steel man unlike Bob. Okay, so to summarize, it's not that you have an issue with humans in Sonic's universe, or even humans as like supporting cast, or even like pseudo main characters in the universe. It's when the humans are executed poorly, and they usually are.
The thing is, they were executed. I think that they were executed poorly, but not only were they executed poorly, and then they were focused on heavily. So like, and this tweet blew up because obviously there's a lot of people that stan anything Sonic, doesn't matter what it is, and a lot of these people were like saying like, oh, first of all, I got a lot of people saying, what, Sonic finally has a family and you want to take it away from him? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Because I thought I was maybe too confrontational when I was like, okay, but not Chris Thorndike, but Helen. Okay, but the Wachowskis. Like, I thought I was being confrontational with that. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't. They're like, he finally has a family. I'm like, at what point? When I was growing up watching Sonic, I wasn't going, I wish he had a family. This would be way better if he had a family.
He's
probably really sad that he doesn't have a family.
He's also had a family in multiple other like in X, that is undoubtedly a family. In Sat AM, that is undoubtedly a family. Like,
they also like, they would say like, oh, he was alone for 10 years. I'm like, he was alone because that's how they wrote the fucking movie. Like, that's how they wrote the movie. He was
so it's
alone
kind of a fundamental issue of like, you wish that from the get-go, they hadn't basically been like, okay, Sonic comes to this world and he makes powers with the Donut Lord, and Donut Lord becomes his dad.
Yeah, I can't believe how many people were like, referring to him as Donut Lord with full conviction, like it's not the corniest fucking thing that I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, it's so stupid, but I like it.
I mean, like, to be fair, Tom sounds equally terrible.
My thing is that I feel like there's a lot of people that are, there's this Sonic Stockholm syndrome thing that happens. And I think there's a lot of people that are literally just defending certain things because it's Sonic related, even when there's really no reason to. So like, I don't believe that these characters were anything of a Sonic fan's creation. This was very much like Paramount. This is very much like corporate, like, we're making a kids movie with people in it, so we gotta have, like, there's so many people that were defending Tom's character, like, oh, I love Tom's character, and what I love Tom and Maddie. I'm like, Tom and Maddie are two fucking characters that have been written into 8,000 other children's movies with people in it. They're not anything new or anything fresh or anything even remotely related to Sonic as a character. It's just fucking people in a kid's movie. And you're attached to these characters because they're Sonic adjacent, even though they really have nothing to do with, they're 100% Hollywood and 0% Sonic.
I agree 100%. And I would go farther, and I'm going to piss off a lot more people. I don't like humans in Sonic in general. I can tolerate them. I tolerate them in SA 1 and 2. I tolerate them in these movies. I don't like them. They've never been done well, and I've never seen anything otherwise to convince me that it works. So
I'm not actually upset about that. I thought it'd be funny to outburst. So I don't. I'm a little mixed on human characters in the Sonic franchise, because I have liked them in like one particular era, and weirdly enough, when they started doing human characters in a way that felt more stylistically correct, I started liking it less. It's weird.
Do we, real quick, just before we go further, do we consider Merlina human for the purposes of this conversation?
I think she's jarringly out of place for everything. I'm not a fan of the quote unquote Dark Age games, but I'm more focused on gameplay than story.
Can I say something? Can I say something real quick?
Yeah,
just for chat. It's okay if you like them.
Yeah,
I don't make the movies, and I have no authority to change anything that they do. I just personally think they're fucking stupid.
Well, I mean, like, just bluntly though, dude, like, I think we are still in like Sonic 2 hype mode, and considering how mixed the reviews are getting, you're getting a lot of, like we usually get, a lot of people in defense mode with this thing. And I'm not saying that I mean, again, like, I saw a lot of fan art when the first movie came out, people genuinely love like the family dynamic for Sonic. That's something
That's
we
fine.
haven't seen before.
I think it's ridiculous, and that's my
Right.
That I reserve the right as a Sonic fan since fucking I was 2 years old to not like that. And if and that's okay, just as much as it's okay for you to like those characters that I don't like.
Yeah, but like I've said in my review, like that's not why I bought the ticket. Like gun to my head, like, oh, you like Rachel? You want a Rachel spinoff? You really like Rachel that much? Gonna go buy a Rachel action figure?
That's
fuck
what
off.
I mean.
That scene was fucking terrible. I will fight everybody about it.
Oh, that's my thing. It's not even that it's badly written. I think I talked about this last week, but like that scene was so poorly directed.
It comes out of nowhere.
Yep.
It comes out of absolutely no. You know what the worst part about that fucking scene is? It comes out of absolutely nowhere, and they set up nothing. They gave us no reason. They tried to have this like heartfelt scene where like she's like, you really, this is all fake, and he's like, no, you don't understand. I really love you, and I'm like, I don't. You didn't give me any reason to care about any of these fucking characters, and now you want me to care about these characters. I'm like, I'm supposed to feel for Rachel, and I'm supposed to like hope she gets her happy ending, and I'm like, you never gave me a reason to give one shit about these characters. Why are we doing this?
You want me to make it way worse? Because I've been thinking about that scene, and I think it actually is. It's way worse for one reason. That whole scene begins like not just the wedding, but like when the important parts of that scene begin. They begin with Sonic falling through a ring and Tails being knocked out, landing in the wedding, right? Uh-huh. And the scene ends with Sonic and Tails in the same position, in the same place, about to accomplish the exact same thing they were 15 minutes ago when the scene began.
Yeah, so it's like me sitting in my seat the whole time.
Yeah, you could have literally cut that bit out.
It's like Nick said, it feels like you're watching a deleted scene. And I kind of felt that when I was watching it.
It's Miranda in chat just said, look, I do think Rachel's scene should have been a little shorter, but I still like it. Here's the thing. Even if you like the scene, and this is completely like, this is objective. They did not spend enough time fleshing those characters out or establishing them to make the audience feel the thing they were trying to make the audience feel with that scene.
Yeah, I did. I felt like whiplash because I was just like, wait, am I supposed to know or care about these two characters?
Yeah,
like,
Nick, you feel like you're a sociopath.
The other problem with that for me was I'd been watching the film up until that point thinking, this is so good. We're getting so much more time with Sonic and Tails and Knuckles and stuff. Like, this is great. This is how it should have been in the first place. And then it's like, oh, no, hang on. Okay, so it's not that they're mixed in there. It's that they get their very own soul. Oh, no. That was the process for me. Now, I still stand by. I think Sonic 2 is fantastic. And I don't know why I said that with an accent, but I think it was fantastic.
You said it like the member berries from South Park.
I'm gonna quash this one too, because everyone's like, oh, it helps establish Gun as a thing. Yeah, it does. It establishes Gun as bitches.
Well, actually,
Gun is embarrassing in that movie.
There's another plot hole there. Is like
you don't understand. If Rachel wasn't in the movie, they couldn't do SA2.
Well, that was also okay. Actually, I want to nip that one in the bud because if the defense is that it sets up Gun, then it was a bad way to do it because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well,
they
so
set up a fake wedding just knowing that Sonic was going to show up there so they could arrest him for no goddamn reason. They know where he lives. They can go grab him whenever the fuck they want.
Okay,
and they just
so this is
because they knew Tails existed.
They didn't use Rachel to like legitimize Gun. They used Gun to legitimize Rachel.
Yeah.
There's a way that they could have actually made this kind of loosely work. Obviously, it would have to be cut down significantly. But my idea would be that Sonic comes through the ring and arrives. And then the wedding's not a sham, but more rings show up and gun soldiers come out of them. And then it's like, where the fuck did they get those rings that could set up Shadow in a subtle way and stuff? And like they come through and then they see Sonic and Tails from there. And they could just be like, oh, we got surveillance all over the place. You know, at least that makes a bit more sense. I can't believe I'm saying this, but giant rings belonging to the government makes more sense than them ambushing a fake wedding.
And we've also already spoiled Sonic Adventure 2's everybody surrounds Sonic and captures him, throws him into prison. Except now
Yeah.
he's in a little cage in a hotel that gets rescued by a bridezilla and her sister.
So there's two things. The one, I think the better way to bring Gunn into the series would have just been like, oh, we're an organization that's always been in the background, but now our eyes are on Sonic. That would be better.
Especially since now we're establishing that Shadow has been a thing in this universe for well over 50 years.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of explore, like, I guess, a big picture perspective of like humans in the Sonic universe real quick, because I feel like, you know, we're kind of, should they human, should they not human, and we're going into like very specific examples, and like there's been mentions of Merlina and stuff. I guess like my kind of standpoint on like the whole humans thing is I think there should be humans in Sonic games, but they should be utilized in a way that complements the animal characters.
That's what I was
Agreed.
saying.
And when I was seeing like the scenes before the Bridezilla scene, I thought Tom and Maddie were a perfectly welcome presence, you know, like the whole bit of Sonic being like, you know, welcome to Sonic Airlines, go through, like that was nice.
Adorable.
And I think, you
fine.
know, while I never asked for it, I don't have any issue with them introducing Sonic to like an adoptive family, because it tells more of a character-focused story that the games haven't. Like, obviously, I'm a Sonic fan, and I was like, oh, I'd love to see a Sonic game on the big screen where Sonic's, you know, this fully developed hero on his way on these swashbuckling adventures, taking down Dr. Robotnik. But for the sake of a movie, it definitely gives more to the character of Sonic in having him embrace Earth as his new home. It's basically Superman, effectively, but like
Blue Justice trademark.
Well, that's my main problem, is that the characters in the Sonic movie are not Sonic characters.
well, that's
the
my thing
people-
though, is it feels like an answer to the critiques of Sonic characters. It feels like, you know, the Sonic characters as we know them, I'm going to be honest, I don't think they would work in a movie.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Eggman. Like, Jim Carrey doesn't play Eggman.
He plays Jim Carrey.
plays Jim Carrey, and it works. And it works in
So
that.
I do disagree with that, actually.
I think there's a really big like it's not a complementary contrast seeing Eggman and then seeing the regular humans like Tom and Maddie. It's like jarring because one's a cartoon and the other are like regular Hollywood movie people.
I think it's Tom and Maddie are kind of there for the requirement of this straight man in the whole thing.
Exactly.
But then that
And
means that
I realize
that means that them, unlike everybody else, Jim Carrey's Eggman, you know, notwithstanding, are the only characters written well at that point.
Yeah.
well, I mean, that is kind of a common thing to have wacky worlds with straight man main characters. Like that is, to be fair, quite a common staple of like the comedy adventure movie and stuff. And again, I'm not actually trying to invalidate anything that you guys are saying because I completely get it. But like, I'm going to kind of play devil's advocate here and say that I think it works to have Sonic take place in this wacky world filled with people like Wade and Agent Stone, because like people tend to say Agent Stone is the straight man to Dr. Robotnik, but that's only in reference to Dr. Robotnik. Among anyone else, he's still this quite over the top character. And in regard to like the Jim Carrey thing, it's something I've said myself, is I was worried about Jim Carrey as Robotnik because he swallows characters. He'll swallow them up, basically. And I felt he did that with a prime example being the Riddler in Batman Forever. He swallowed up the character. It's no longer the Riddler. It's a 90s Jim Carrey performance. I was pleasantly surprised by how much of Robotnik's arrogance, his cruelty and stuff was very much in there. He wasn't just, oh, what to do? You know, like,
Yeah,
you
man.
understand what I'm saying. He wasn't like, you know,
We understand.
noise.
We understand the scatting that happened just then. Yes.
yeah, he's not shitting all over his wife, for example. But like,
That's
Yeah,
not
so
the
I'm-
scatting I meant, but okay.
I'm going to go ahead and say I think it does work, but my overall stance is I do not mind if Sonic's world is inhabited by humans so long as it's done in the vein of Sonic Unleashed, or I'll go as far as say the movie, but there are bad examples of it too. But the same goes for Sonic in animal populated worlds. It can be done right and it can be done wrong. Example of being done right, in my opinion, the Sonic Boom TV series. Yep, fucking Sonic Boom does another thing right that no one talks about. An example of it done badly: Sonic Forces, where they all just look like fucking bored hedgehog NFTs just standing around in the background. You know,
I do not
No,
like the
the-
way the background
every-
characters are made in Sonic
there's
Forces.
so many duplicates.
Every cutscene in Sonic Forces is a fucking gem. Should be in a museum.
I mean, ultimately, like the humans in Sonic, it's a part of the franchise, whether me and Gilly like it or not. And me more specifically, I definitely have more of a hatred for them, I'd say, out of everybody else in
I
this
tell
room.
you what,
but-
though, like if they said they're gonna make a Tom and Maddie spin-off movie, I wouldn't go see it.
No, I wouldn't see that. I
People-
wouldn't see a
I will-
movie.
People talk about SA2 when in the conversation when I'm talking about like people in Sonic or whatever, and the people were never a main focus in the Sonic.
They
in
weren't.
Sonic Adventure 2. That
I think
wasn't a
there's
thing.
I think there's only two not counting Eggman in Adventure 2.
Aren't there
only-
on screen for like a second?
Yeah, there's only two humans with spoken dialogue lines. And it's the
President
president and his
and Maria.
secretary. Oh shit! Yeah, no, sorry. Not counting
Gerald.
the Eggmans. Not counting everybody in the
Yeah.
Eggman
Well, that
lineage.
feels like a moving of the goalpost.
It
and
is.
Trust me,
No,
I'm an
it
expert
is.
on
So
moving
there's-
goalposts.
So there's
it's
five
more like-
humans who have spoken dialogue. 6 if you count the random gun agent that caps Gerald Robotnik.
So I
it was
also
like-
just wanted. Sorry, go on, Gilly.
No, I was gonna say that the characters in like okay, in the Sonic movie, right? There's the Sonic universe characters, and then there are human characters. There's Tom, there's Maddie, there's Rachel. They're those are each a character, even if they don't spend enough time fleshing any of them out. But in Sonic Adventure 2, it's more like there's the Sonic universe characters, and then the human characters are like a character. Like they all collectively are like serve one purpose
Like I
instead
actually
of being different individuals.
So like I was writing out a list of characters I'd consider good human characters in the Sonic series, and as I was going through the list, I'm like, holy shit, nothing in this is from Adventure or Adventure 2, despite me, loving those games. But like for me,
Well, Burger Man. Like, come on.
okay, but I mean characters, not jokes.
Burger Man is a character.
Anyway, Burger Man Adventure 2, Chow Mix time. Let's go.
He's got a lot of character traits. He's very patient.
Yeah, you're right.
Doesn't mind being lifted up and thrown into the sea. Like,
I wish Rachel was in Sonic Adventure 1.
Like, okay, so for me, it goes like I know that Dark Age Sonic issues, blah 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 blah. I actually really like Merlina and Shara. I like their story arcs. Merlina's more than Shara's because Shara's is like I have an abusive boyfriend, help. Merlina's is a little more fleshed out. Tom and Maddie Wachowski and Agent Stone, I think, are all really good Sonic characters that not Sonic characters, but human characters that work in the Sonic universe. Obviously, Helen and
Okay,
Sonic
but-
X. But
You guys are like the corniest shit.
Why?
why?
Why are Tom and Rachel good characters?
I didn't say
Or-
Tom and
sorry,
Rachel.
Tom and Maddie.
So
I have a case to make on that, but go ahead. Sirius.
So my case for each of these characters is almost identical with the exception of 2. It's how they play off of Sonic. Individually, they may not be great characters. They are generic characters. Tom and Maddie Wachowski especially are generic characters. But their job is in service of Sonic. Their job is to serve as for them, they're the family unit for Sonic. They've filled that role well, and they fill that role as characters well. Individually, they may not be much, but that's also not a thing that's alien to, more shonen franchises anyway, is every character being some kind of foil off of your flat main character's arc.
So
Another
yeah,
thing-
but sorry.
sorry. No, go on, Gilly. You got
I
this.
was so okay. You're basically saying that those characters are generic, but they work as a foil, right?
That would be
Where-
my point there.
So, does Sonic having those holes to which he would need a foil actually serve the plot and make the movie better, or could the whole thing be circumvented by just not giving Sonic those random holes?
So, considering that the entire for this movie specifically for Sonic 2, when the entire theme of the movie is family and family bonds, we would have unlike just nixing the Bridezilla scene where we'd have the same movie but better, we would just have a different movie at this point. A completely different one.
I also think that these human characters actually do contribute something to Sonic as far as like a weakness is concerned. Like when you think about it, like Sonic in film and everything, theoretically he shouldn't have any kind of weakness. The main challenge he faces is that he's got incompetent gamers trying to play as him and getting him killed. But like in an actual movie world, he's a guy that can dodge any bullets and stuff. So what they've done is they've introduced that parental figure to bring much more light to Sonic's weakness, being that he is a child. He's a hyperactive kid. He's, his weakness is that he's not entirely rational. He's very emotional. And I think that's necessary because the character does need something of a weakness in order for us to actually, really care about him. Because like when you play Sonic games, to be fair, let's be real, how many times do you actually care about him?
I will say
beyond...
there's a flip side to that though, and that is, and this is a point I will hand for Gilly. Do I think that that role is better served by humans than it could be served by a Sonic character? And the answer to that is I don't know, because Tom and Maddie Wachowski are just this universe's Uncle Chuck.
Another thing sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
No, it's all right. So my question is that, let's say that, because I would agree that for how they wrote Sonic's character in this movie, that though him having those kinds of foils do help. But at the same time, how do I put this? Couldn't the same thing have been done without them focusing so much on those generic characters, or could they have just written those generic characters to be not generic characters?
So, I mean, the answer with
now you're taking this time to focus on generic characters, which I think takes away from.
That's what I'd say is don't spend that much time focusing.
Yeah. So at this point, we're asking the question: and I'm not trying to say this to sound like a dick, but that's how it's going to end up coming across. Did the fiction have to be written in the way the fiction was written? And the answer to that is always no. It can be written any way that they wanted
it's
to.
Like it's a decision.
But for me to say that it is, in my opinion, a bad part of the movie that brings the overall quality of the film down, then you can write fiction about whatever you want, but fiction can be bad.
So my thing,
my
thing
have
is
like a fundamental disagreement.
So my thing so we both agree that practically everything in the Bridezilla scene is pointless. Yes. Just about everything in that scene is pointless. The only neat thing that comes out of that is we get Tails' gadgetry being used a whole bunch, but we could have just had Tails doing that and it would have been fine. So we agree that scene's fucked. Past that point, what are the Tom and Maddie Wachowski scenes in this movie? We get the boat scene. I
like the boat scene.
I like the boat scene too, but we get the
airline scene.
We get the boat scene, the airline scene, and we get the their aid in the final fight with Eggman, and the emotional punch of the whole family is going to get killed. Like those are functionally the only scenes of focus with the Wachowskis. Just the Wachowskis, obviously Wayne and Stone and that. Yeah, outside of the Bridezilla scene.
Another thing worth noting is the relatability factor in giving Sonic parents that you can kind of rely on, but also needs to listen to and stuff. They do make Sonic a more relatable character for the kids in the audience.
I think that the juxtaposition between how cartoony of a character Sonic is versus how generic Full House Tom and Maddie are, it kind of it just rubs me the wrong way when they interact in certain, even the beginning of the movie when Tom's doing the fucking the speech that I've heard,
the dad
that
scene.
Character, the dad speech, one day your powers will be needed, and he's like, did I just get goosebumps? Wow.
The problem with this though is if Tom and Maddie weren't more milquetoast, you'd have a problem here, because now let's imagine Sonic 1. They're in the car and Sonic's like, the world's largest rubber band ball? And then he could either be like, oh my god, a rubber band ball, I want to see that shit too. Or he could be like, you stay in your fucking seat, you fucking asshole.
You know what?
We can get Homer Simpson as Sonic's dad.
It wouldn't work. You'd need him to be
he strangles
this fucking kid. This fucking kid.
I mean, because so here's the thing.
I don't think they have actual chemistry. Is my
I will smack you with my
Wait.
ring hand, Sonic. I swear to God.
Wait, wrong wing. I just teleported you into next Tuesday. You literally smack him into next Tuesday.
So wait, someone
Round,
said it
mister.
feels. Someone said it feels like Gilly is almost equating generic with bad. No, I'm equating generic with unnecessary.
Okay, so
I'll put generic with bad. It's what everybody whines about with Sonic games. I'd rather have a bad game than a generic game.
I mean,
Someone really,
it's,
wait. I do want to say someone on Twitter replied to me in this long reply on my fucking tweet that blew up and made me want to die. They said they gave me this long thing about it, and then they said it's better than nothing, and I was like, dude,
that doesn't matter. That's a bad
that's
one ever
point.
said-
I'm like, first of all, I'm a Mega Man fan. I'm a Mega Man fan. So the words "it's better than nothing."
Oh no.
God damn.
They mean nothing
So,
to you.
like, at what point did you say nothing is better than this?
Do you guys remember that whole Inafune thing?
Mighty number 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I especially like that the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter account made that rebuttal once my
Yep.
number 9 came out. I did,
all right. You go ahead, Wayne.
Actually, yeah, I was gonna say, Nick, you can pipe down. I haven't gotten to talk much on this.
I have not said anything either, Wayne, but yeah, you've been quiet too. Go
I've
ahead.
literally not even been here.
So my 2 cents on it is that in the games, I don't think human characters have been used well often. I don't even like them all that much in Unleashed. I think that they're just kind of there, and their like pseudo Pixar designs just kind of come off as, well, they tried to make it work kind of thing for me. I don't know. I wasn't into it. The only character designs I ever want to like human characters I ever want to see in a Sonic game are just the Dreamcast models from Sonic Adventure 1. Perfect aesthetic. It's the best way that they've ever blended in my
I want
opinion.
to let me tell you something, Matt. Right, the Unleashed characters struck such a chord with me that so last week the Sonic 2 novelization like literally dropped after we finished recording, and there were 2 things that made Nick and I bust a fucking nut.
Yup.
Nick busted a nut that Sonic was referred to as the child of Mobius, and I
Mhm.
busted a nut that Professor Pickle was in the fucking thing.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, if I can get all bloody excited about Professor Pickle, that means the Unleashed characters did something right.
So it's funny is that
I mean,
Professor
they did something right for you, but for me, I never liked Professor Pickle. I never liked any of the other human characters in
Well,
that
that's just
game.
your
I'll have you know,
bloody
Wayne, you don't
That's-
know how to make a proper cucumber sandwich, and that
That's
man
just
could
your,
show you.
That's just
For
your
God's
anti.
sakes.
It's just the fucking mayor from the
anti-British-
Powerpuff Girls.
It's your anti-British fucking rhetoric coming out.
It's
man.
just the fucking mayor from Powerpuff
That's-
Girls, like
that's why you hate
superimposed
me.
into a Sonic
That's
game.
why you hate me, Wally.
All right.
Anyway,
I've heard
Anyway,
enough from Wayne
Nick.
and Cirrus. It's Wayne and Nick's turn. For fuck's sake. Finish your point, Wayne.
yeah, that's just me and the games. I like them more in Sonic Adventure 1 because they're so background. It adds a little bit of life to the environment, but it still feels like it's centered around, like, you know, your Sonic characters.
That's I agree with
Um,
Wayne. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're not too intrusive in SA2 either. I think they're fine there. It's where it's like Shadow the Hedgehog, where the president has a fucking framed picture of Sonic and Shadow, where I start losing my shit a little bit.
love that.
They have-
wait.
they
You
have the
gotta
president.
fix that poll. You gotta make that poll yes, no, and background humans.
No. This is a Sonic discussion. Nuance is not necessary.
Yeah, what I was trying to say earlier before I got completely fucking steamrolled was they're a part of the franchise, whether I like them or not. But I just, that's not why I buy the ticket, and that's not why I buy the games. I like the Sonic designs, I like the Sonic worlds, and yeah, I want some good characterization and I want some good storytelling. I just don't think you need humans to do that. But if they're going to be there, yeah, make them as decent as possible. Since they're a part of the movie lore, they just have to be there. It'd be jarring if suddenly they just weren't a part of the story anymore. We have 2 movies with that now. My major problem was the pacing of that scene. It just went on so fucking long, and it immediately made me go like, why? What are we doing here?
Well, that's my thing, is that in both of the movies, my issue with human characters was never Tom or Maddie. I actually like them just fine. and I don't know. It's like, are they unnecessary? Are they generic?
We're gonna hang on. No, hang on. Everyone's screaming Eggman is a human. No fucking shit.
That's different.
No shit. That is a
That's
completely
different.
different thing. You know it is.
It does. I'll say where it could factor in is I do feel like having humans as a something of a presence in the Sonic world, even if they are just on isolated islands or whatever, it does justify Robotnik being there. Otherwise, you need the explanation of like, I don't know, maybe humanity's extinct, maybe Robotnik's on like an expedition to another world.
I've
most fun
already
I've had-
I've shared my 2 cents on what I
I
think
don't
happened
think
to all
they-
the humans.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
go for it. Gilly,
No,
sorry.
it's not like they shouldn't be there. It's just that I don't think that they should be main characters and a focus.
No,
That's
I
fair.
don't
That
either.
is, I mean, who's really arguing with that now?
And that's my thing is I don't think Tom and Maddie really are. They're so very like minor, and there's not too much time I think is ever spent on them. And I like
Aside from one scene.
well, no, that's not what I mean, because it's still not Tom and Maddie. Maddie,
valid.
maybe a little bit. Tom, I like every scene that focuses on him in Sonic 2. I liked watching him deck the pretty boy that was about to marry Rachel. I liked his whole I liked the boat speech. Yeah, it's fucking generic, but I was into it, and I love that baseball scene at the end of the movie. It's all of the charm that I was kind of wanting them to kind of bring back. Just because like the ending of the first Sonic movie made me happy. It wasn't something I wanted, and it wasn't something I was expecting, but something about seeing this energetic little kid that Sonic is, and that kind of goes into when Ben Schwartz was first being interviewed for the first movie. They were asking him how he wanted to handle the character, and he was just sharing like when he was playing Sonic as a child, that's just how he perceived the character, was this energetic little kid. I also don't think we would have gotten a Sonic movie franchise of this scale with this budget, with this kind of like support, if it wasn't done with, human characters having some prominent focus in live action.
But that's my thing is like if you're gonna do that, then make the characters not generic. Make them more.
I think they're trying.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to point out is there are definite character traits that I really appreciate about Tom and Maddie, and that is that it feels like we don't see this as often as I wish we did, but you've got a couple that don't really bicker, and they're in a very healthy marriage. But then also, like, where in Sonic 2, when Sonic's like, I wanted you... In Sonic 2, when Sonic was like, I wanted you to be my friend, not my dad. I kind of was worried that it was going to go into this thing of like Tom being like, oh, why am I not his dad? And then Sonic's like, oh, I'm bickering with you now. We're not on good terms. But it was like, no.
You mean like a lot of the first movie?
Yeah.
Well, the first movie handled it, but they're still kind of strangers at that point. What I don't like is when they build up a dynamic and then they tear it down for the sake of artificial conflict. And it's a trap that I'm really happy that Sonic 2 didn't fall into. Like, something a critic, Jeremy Johns, said, and, all power to him and stuff when he says this, but he said he kind of hoped that there would be an element of, like, jealousy from Tom that Sonic is becoming best friends with Tails, and all power to him for that take, but respectfully, I completely disagree.
That seems kind of childish.
I'm
yeah.
so glad we
grown
didn't
adult.
get that.
The guy's a grown adult for a start. Like
Him like wanting Sonic to have friends and then just like being so
I'm
happy
not sure
that he's
about
got a
this.
little like that was one of the things I liked about Tom in the second movie, was him just like, it's kind of him taking that leadership role, but it was also him just he went through a small character arc. It's so fucking background that's blink and you miss it, but there was this kind of element of Tom having to accept that while yes, Sonic is a kid and I do have to kind of like help guide him a little bit, he's still capable, and I have to be able to trust him to, handle himself and to trust us as much as we have to trust him.
Yeah, exactly. I think like the better aspects of Tom as a character are kind of pushed to the wayside for a good reason, that with all due respect to James Marsden, no one is here to see him.
Yeah, that's my thing though, is that like those characters I don't think are intrusive, Tom and Maddie. It's Rachel that's intrusive. And
that's where you get the non-generic character. That's where you get the one that is larger than life.
That's my thing too, is that like the entire joke with her is that she yells. that is all the comedy with that character is that she's loud.
Character, like I said, that character has been in a million other movies.
Yeah.
That exact same character.
Absolutely.
And
I mean, we're
Yeah.
getting to the core. Like, this is where we finally find our middle ground here. Like, I think this is what we're actually. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for Gilly, but this is like, I can tolerate the humans just fine. It's not why I buy the ticket. Then the Rachel scene.
Yeah, fuck Rachel. I
Too
think
much.
that's where we're at.
We all
Yeah.
unilaterally hate Rachel.
There's
I don't mind Tom and Maddie. I don't mind them. I don't. But like, what I wanted from the second movie after the seeing that first one was, I need more Sonic, and they gave us
mean-
so much in this movie, and the movie comes to a screeching halt when we get to the wedding. The wedding itself was cute. It was funny. Like Tom dealing with the ring and everything. I didn't mind any of that, but it was like, okay, we're
That
going
could
to
have been-
stay
that
on
could have been-
Rachel.
that scene could have been in any movie.
Well,
Yeah.
and not to mention the ring slip up thing. That's another one of those things where you're like, okay, but the human was doing something in service to the Sonic plot at that point. Like he was serving
Yeah,
the
the
Sonic
ring
plot, and
is-
then
it was-
the full Bridezilla scene happens. Like, okay, this is no longer in service of the plot. Like, literally,
Yeah.
the scene begins with Sonic and Tails in one position, and 15 minutes they're the same fucking position. We could
I mean,
just
it's like the most egregious thing is that they do this, and it serves the plot. So it so much does not serve the plot that it doesn't even make sense in context of the plot.
A thing
Yeah,
that I think is interesting is like when I saw Sonic 1, my thought was I don't actually mind Rachel. I wouldn't mind seeing more of her when like it was kind of shown in the Sonic 2 trailers and such. And the reason for that is because she can kind of serve as this distressed individual that's caught up in the more destructive side of Sonic's antics. The idea that Sonic's mere presence causes just destruction of everything. And she's not entirely wrong for resenting him, but he's just so fucking charming. That's an okay little dynamic. I don't need to see her now rock up in a golf cart and get her fucking moment of heroism. I don't
Yes.
need her to get that spotlight.
is it
Well,
Yeah,
clearly it works because we have a bunch of people just defending the living shit out of Rachel.
Isn't the
Guys,
but
watch-
Gilly already pointed the problem out with that. That's just Sonic Stockholm syndrome. That's all that is.
Watch Tyler Perry
and
movies. You're gonna get the
it-
same thing.
I mean,
Yeah, I
okay,
didn't
that
want to
could-
say it, Nick.
it feels like a scene that's taken from a completely different movie and
I
just
will,
kind of
yeah.
like shoved in there because again, like Gilly, like you just said, it progresses nothing and it actually makes less sense than if they did that without it.
Exactly.
Was I happy to see Gunn back? Like, it was cool to see Gunn get established. I actually thought that a couple of the gags that they did with the general guy were kind of funny, like him, like, oh, we'll send her a gift card. That got
That was,
me.
I mean, that was cute, but like in service to the next movie, though, like what's the serious weight of Gun after that?
Like you
Maybe
could
they
that'll
have
be the next
third-
big thing, though, is they've really stepped up their game in the next one. It's like, holy shit, is this the same gun as before? I'm going to be completely fair. I will say this. If there are people in the chat that do genuinely like Rachel, like the Rachel scene and stuff, truly all power to you. None of us are like the arbiter of objective quality here, but like, please don't try and invalidate what we have to say about it. Don't get angry. It's just a disagreement, you know?
So I just
My condolences to your taste. Okay.
so there
Fuck's
is a
sake, Wayne.
I think there is a way that scene could have been handled. Like, obviously, there's 1,000 ways that scene could have been handled better. But like, if it had literally just been Sonic gets there, Sonic shouts the thing about Eggman to the gun agent, and instead of getting captured and having the Bridezilla scene, they literally just went, "Eggman's back? Are you sure?" And then they see the beam of light out of Labyrinth Zone, and they go, "Oh shit." We need to send, some people need to guard this area. Some people need to run to Green Hills. Like, boom, there. You've just done everything the movie did in 15 minutes, in 15 seconds.
So I think what we've really established is that the debate of whether or not humans should be present is kind of null and void.
Well, it's like
Just
it's
that
like they
one
get
fucking scene is-
captured. They get captured just to give the humans more screen time.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is all that is.
It feels mandatory, doesn't it? Like,
It is. So when I was watching the Arlo video and he was mentioning like the corporate checklist for the movie, I was like, no, this one I agree with. I guarantee you this was part of some fucking checklist.
there is
You're gonna get a lot
talking
more
point.
people like Arlo in a couple months' time when people are finally not afraid to criticize this movie.
Oh yeah,
I
because
promise you.
it's a fun movie if you're like so for people like us that are big Sonic fans, there's so much to latch onto and to chew on. There's a lot of fun shit there. Seeing Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles like battling a bunch of robots and then like speeding off to go take out a giant robot. That's the only fucking thing I ever wanted to see as a kid.
Dude,
But,
yeah.
Ooh.
yeah. But it's like I get why a lot of the other stuff was in there. I don't like that it was. Some of it I was fine with, like a lot of the stuff with Tom and Maddie. A lot of it I wasn't, like a lot of the stuff with Rachel. The gun thing feels sloppy, and I get it. That's their way of trying to... I feel like all of that was just to build up the mid-credit scene.
The thing that's confusing me about this entire discourse is that I've been a Sonic fan for like 30 years, okay? Now they're finally doing Sonic movies, and I come out of the Sonic movies going, oh, I really like that. Oh, it's cool that like Sonic is a successful movie franchise. I really like the movie. But yeah, I wish they focused more on the Sonic characters. I really didn't like the human characters. They were generic. And then the Sonic fan base goes, fuck you!
Yeah.
Fuck you! I love Rachel!
Yeah. Yeah,
What
I
the
don't
fuck
get
are
it.
you talking about?
Yeah,
Rachel,
and
Rachel got a campaign in Sonic Adventure?
You know
Rachel
that's
is
gonna
new.
be a mod in a week now, right?
Yeah, you know that Rachel is like the cat of this fucking experience now.
Hey, fuck you. I like Big.
See,
And
there
there
it
are
is.
people, and there are
Rachel's
people
Big
who
Fishing Adventure 3.
Oh my god!
Rachel's Big Wedding Adventure 3.
If they literally had that, literally have like a reprisal of the boat scene at the start of Sonic 3, where James Marsden is like, "You're growing up now, Sonic. You want to go to college?" And like fucking Rachel's just at the back of the boat fishing. She doesn't say a fucking word. She's just in the background fishing. That's all the Rachel I need.
she's gotta have like a little frog hop on her hat and then just hop off.
and she loves it, and she's just chasing it throughout the background.
Although the way they would
Eventually-
actually direct it is that she's got like a pin or like a necklace or something that's got a frog on it, and then like she's fishing, and somehow she like it's tugging on her pole, and it latches against her necklace, and it goes flying into the water. She starts screaming, "Froggy, no!" And then she like jumps in, and then we have this whole fucking subplot about Rachel trying to get her stupid ass necklace back.
And
I'm
then,
sorry.
like in Ted 2, the final action sequence takes place at Comic-Con, and Rachel is dressed like a big purple cat.
I just want to say, like I said before, if you like those characters, you can like those characters. Don't get fucking pissed off at a Sonic fan for wanting to see Sonic characters and not caring very much for the generic movie characters that are in the movie.
If you like these characters, I hope you die.
I'm like,
And that's like I like some of the it's like God. It did feel like, especially on second viewing, it was a lot of oh right, it's another Agent Stone scene. I like Agent Stone. Oh, Wade's here, and it's like
I actually
yeah.
loved Wade in this movie. I'm not even
No,
gonna
I-
lie, he was
Of course.
precious.
I love Wade, but it was a testament to the wedding scene, because when it went from the wedding scene and then cut to Wade on like a fucking e-scooter thing, I was like, what the fuck now? Like,
Yeah, I'm just
any
like-
normal dad would be like, oh, it's Wade, but at this point I was like, oh, okay, human.
well, here's the thing about Wade. I didn't even like Wade that much, but like, I really liked him in the context of the movie because it was refreshing. Like him standalone by himself, I didn't think that was great. I don't think his jokes were super strong, but in context, I'm like, oh yeah, it's Wade.
I mean, I loved when Sonic and Tails teamed up with Wade in the first act.
I like that. And my issue is at the end of the movie, he contributes nothing. Okay, no, he contributes to the death of some of my brain cells, but that's about it. The rest of it is just him making a dumbass like bait and switch joke about like, hey, I've got a butter knife. Do you want
The
something
bagel?
on your bagel?
Yeah, I
How-
could have done without the
do you-
Ghostbusters joke.
He's
How do you not know by holding it that it's a fake ass bagel made of thick plastic? Like you
Because
know,
that's-
you
because
know,
Wade's
Wade,
joke.
you know it's
That's the
fake.
joke.
Wayne,
That's the
because
joke, Wade.
because Wade is Patrick.
I hate it.
Sonic Bob.
I think-
you want to
I
get some
think that
wings,
scene-
Sonic
The
Bob?
lid, Wade.
I think it bugged me
Oh,
almost
no,
as
I
much
broke
as the
it.
Rachel shit because I think I said it last week. the Wade just reminds me of whatever asshat plays Weasel in the
Hello,
Deadpool movies.
is this the Mean Bean? No, this is Wade.
Yeah.
I am not a mean bean.
I know. I just where Wade's concerned, I don't like Wade as an individual characters, but Wade versus Agent Stone is just a precious scene to me. I love it.
You know, Crazy Carl wasn't in this one, was he?
I wish I would have liked that scene if they had done one thing, and that would have been Agent Stone getting the upper hand on Wade and like kind of turning the tables on him without Eggman's help before Eggman got there to kind of show that lingering capability that Stone has that we know is there that I really want to see more of. Agent Stone is a character that I really like, but I'm waiting for them to do something with him.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to
just-
do something with Robotnik.
I don't.
about it.
I mean, quite literally, though. I said it last
Make
week.
him
I
gay.
don't think Agent Stone is interesting without Robotnik. I think
Someone-
you guys
I agree.
Up for
I-
disappointment if he's by himself.
Can someone
he
in the
can
chat?
be. I
Can
think he
someone in the
can
chat
be.
draw Yowie of?
Of Robotnik and Stone.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's happened
Um,
already.
Actually, come to think
Bowden's
of
already
it-
on it, I'm sure.
Come to think of it, though, I'm just thinking of it now. Actually, technically, the human characters are more accurate to the game characters than the actual Sonic Anthros themselves. Because people often say Sonic in the games has a flat character arc. So does Tom. People say Knuckles is too stupid these days, a bit too much like Patrick. And then we got Wade. Huh.
Nah.
No.
No.
It's a
Yeah, it's almost like a lot of the complaints I've been throwing at the Sonic franchise for the past however many months we've been doing this show. I have also levied towards the human characters for the exact same problems. It's consistent in my eyes of just they're taking a lot of the elements that don't work for me with how bland the characters are written in the games, and then they're just attributing them to these characters that are taking up too much screen time.
But
when we
better
have
to attribute
actual-
them to humans than the animals, right?
Better to just not fucking do it at all.
Better is better, though.
No,
No,
what would be better is to
no.
not do it at all. It's to just like those scenes contributed nothing. They did not progress the plot in any way, and they only slowed things down. It was filler for a
Yeah,
movie that
that's-
didn't really need to be 2 hours long anyway.
that's what I said, and then Twitter wanted to hang me.
To be fair, so I will say this with the Twitter thing, the initial post read almost as like humans bad in Sonic, and then you made a clarification post under. I spent
Yeah.
enough time on Twitter to note nobody reads those.
Enough
I
people
will.
will hear.
Sorry.
Because I didn't think. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with Twitter. Here's
Among
one of
many
the problems.
things.
Here's one of the problems with Twitter.
Elon
You
Musk.
say a thing that's like, it's thought out, but you haven't accounted for every single possible scenario that people could possibly misunderstand what you said.
Yeah.
And then you say one thing that you know that people that are following you might agree with, right? So then that tweet starts getting likes, and then starts getting more likes, and then people with bigger accounts start liking it and retweeting it. And then it goes beyond your normal circle.
Goes beyond
Where,
the target audience.
Yeah, and then it goes to all these people that don't know who the fuck you are, and they will do whatever they can to misunderstand what you said, and then you have to reply to yourself. And the problem is that that's when the tweet goes viral. So when the tweet goes viral, that's when you get the most bullshit. But it's funny because everybody thought that I was being like, people were like, "Oh, ratio, catch this ratio." I'm like, dude. Like 100 people retweeted it, 150 people quote tweeted it, and like 200 replied to it, but it got like 1,500 likes. Clearly, there's people that agree with it, but it's the vocal minority that are angry about it that are choosing to misunderstand because they want to be defensive.
So the moral
Yeah.
of the story is leave Gilly alone.
Well, the moral of the story is, yeah, the movie is pretty good.
The moral of the story is be
Fine.
nicer to people on the internet and fucking there is one critical talking point that I do kind of want to respond to a little bit. And that is because I've noticed a lot of like sort of critiques saying like, oh yeah, when you see like Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails in like the real world in this house and stuff, it's like, is this really how you expected a Sonic movie to be? Think about it. It's like, okay, so for one, I'm quickly going to say, I remember back when I saw like Looney Tunes back in action, and that was my reference point for how I thought a Sonic movie should be done. So yeah, in many ways, yeah, it is. But secondly, that's like if you're going in wanting exactly what you always expected it to be, you're not doing it right. You're gonna be disappointed with a good percentage of the stuff you watch because you don't watch movies for validation. You watch movies to see, a movie, and some you're gonna like, some you're not gonna like. And I'm not saying all criticism is wrong by any stretch, but I do think the whole "is this really how you expected it to be" thing is a bit silly.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think it's important to keep in mind, Gilly, like you said, you had more likes than you didn't, and you had some pretty prominent Sonic people retweeting
Yeah.
just to throw you at their audience, and it still didn't manage to ratio you. So, there are people out there that are still like not getting this ridiculously defensive for the fucking post wedding scene. 'Cause it sucked, and it's okay to have critiques against the thing you like.
People get so defensive over the thing that they like that they try to look for reasons to defend it.
It's just like, did we not have any critiques from the first movie? Didn't we all agree, fan base, that we wanted more Sonic?
Yep.
Do you want more Rachel in the third movie, or do you want more time with Sonic and Shadow and that story?
That's the awkward thing, though, is like they listened. They clearly did, because we did get more Sonic and stuff. It's just that one, it makes that one scene even more out of place.
But they listen to every little part of the fan base, though, because now we have this, like, where Stone was just like, he was just this character. Now he's over the top making lattes with Robotnik's face in it. And now Rachel is even more over the top and she's exploding wedding cakes. It's just so fucking stupid.
Well,
I mean,
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do in a third movie then? Because, okay, how much of the second movie is that Rachel shit and everything? Like, a lot of people agree the movie didn't need to be 2 hours long, and the second movie, like at least in the first movie, you just had Sonic. You had Sonic and then whatever supporting characters. Second movie, now you have Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and this isn't even counting Robotnik and Stone, who are their own like kind of cartoony characters. Now in this next movie, you're going to have Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Eggman, Stone, Shadow, and whoever else they introduce, because they only introduced Shadow. So let's account for maybe one more if they do something like throw us a fucking curveball with like Mecha or whatever,
or just do the exact thing they did with this film, where they
like a new version of Rouge.
But then let's say, or say they throw in Rouge, say they throw in Amy. Now we have all these Sonic Universe characters, and you still want them to dedicate a huge chunk of the movie to fucking Rachel? How much time are they going to split between the different characters?
Well, the next one will be 3 hours long. We'll get another wedding. Rachel's new husband. I mean, yeah, like, I think, that's absolutely a good point. I feel like at some point it would be cool if, like, Sonic's next quest was he wants to learn more about the world he came from, and maybe he goes back to Mobius, and then we get a fully animated Sonic movie where the only live-action character is Jim Carrey. And you can still have, like, something I think works so well about the Sonic movie in comparison to the games is the world feels lived in, because hello, it's Earth. With Mobius, they're gonna have to do the Sonic Boom thing, where you've got like Dave the Intern and fucking Mayor whatever the fuck his name is, and Pedantic Beaver or whatever his name was. Like,
I thought they were going to do something more with Tails, because the prequel comic alluded to a lot of cool ideas there. The Tails and Knuckles stuff, because they were dealing with the other worlds. That was way cooler than anything else in that comic book. And I thought, like, maybe they're alluding to something with Tails, because he's going to all these ruins. Like, oh, there's a lot of, I can't find Sonic here. There's a lot of chaos energy here, but it's not Sonic specifically. So I was like, are they alluding to literal chaos, like going to these worlds and destroying them? Or is there like war between the tribes? Like all this really cool stuff that they're alluding to in the movies. But instead we get, post-wedding scene. And I understand what they're doing there. And again, like I said before, like this is Sonic on Earth. And I'm a little more okay with it because they're going out of their way to explain how that makes sense. Which ironically, Sonic X did, the comics did, this movie did. But the fucking video games never have bothered with. So like I'm okay with it to that point, but like, yeah, like gun to my head, if it's like a choice, I want more Sonic World, and I would like to see that history played out more, because it's like quick flashbacks or quick little like, oh, everyone in my village made fun of me. That's what I loved. I didn't need the giant dance scene before the talk between Sonic and Tails. I didn't need this this conclusion between Rachel and Randall. And if they're going to do it a little bit quicker. Because, yeah, I love the Sonic stuff.
I'll still defend the dance scene, man. I liked it. But yeah.
I know you do. And I understand. I totally do.
It would have been better if they used September by Earth, Wind and Fire, but like, yeah. I still
when
liked it.
Uptown Funk came on, I wanted to leave the theater.
Yeah, my buddy Dominic next to me when he heard it, he went, "Oh, fuck off!"
And before
quietly.
anybody gets angry, I like Uptown Funk.
Oh, I don't.
I didn't
just-
need to hear
I
it
think
in the
it's fine.
Sonic movie.
I think it would have been better had when Sonic hijacked the radio to play different music for everybody. I think that should have been the moment when the movie leaned into Sonic music.
The
that
thing with
right
that is-
there.
I'm
So
trying to
I-
imagine it, but I can't.
I just want to know why
can't-
they went. I just want to know why they
Yeah.
went with Uptown Funk.
I
Oh,
do.
well, his
I
money.
did want to bring up, just because like one of the criticisms I've been throwing at the movies a lot has been in regards to its use of music, and that I don't like that it doesn't actually use Sonic music in the movies. And I threw a lot of that criticism towards the studio or to Junkie XL. From what I've been told recently, a lot of that actually might have to do with Sega and them not allowing the use of music from the games.
That's so fucking stupid.
It is really stupid. Like,
That
I
is so
don't.
Sega as well, you know.
Yeah.
It's a Sega though.
That
Just Green Hill
that
Zone.
said, I
Just
think
Green Hill Zone forever.
I mean, we got
think-
the drowning music. That was
I
one
think
thing.
Paramount.
I mean,
if
we had to have
anything-
that pointed out on Twitter.
Yeah.
first.
I mean, clearly Paramount have won a few wrestling matches with Sega. For example, like Sonic's whole characterization in these movies defies the Sonic Bible and then some. So, like, I get the feeling that Paramount could be like, look, Sega, you're lucky. You're fucking lucky we're around here. We are the one source of fucking consistent goodwill for this fucking character. So you better hand over those fucking music tracks, you bitch. You goddamn bitch.
Yeah, I
I
still
really-
think like the Sky Chase theme from like Sonic Adventure 1 would have fit. Like if only just a portion of it would have fit fucking perfect in when they're like flying in the tornado and the last scene like coming up to the robot. It's like I could hear the tone, like I could hear
Don't
it
talk
in my
about that
head.
scene. Don't talk about that scene. You'll get sued.
What?
Because Pendos was comparing it to a page.
Oh,
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 yeah,
fucking idiot.
freaking-
God, we gotta do a whole
dude,
episode about that shit one
literally-
day.
dude,
He's lost his fucking
unironically,
mind.
when look, everyone, Tails was on a plane. Do you know who had that idea once? Do you know who had the idea of Tails being on a plane once? Everybody, look at me. Remember my legacy.
hey
That-
guys,
for that
remember,
Particular tweet, he wasn't saying that he came up with it first. He was like, "Oh, that's a neat comparison." It's just everything else up to that point. And I fucking hate how predictable that guy is, because we predicted this shit weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and it happened exactly as we anticipated.
I'm just
Man.
waiting for Ken Penders to like approach me in the streets, look me in the eye, and be like, "Hey, did you have parents? I wrote a character with parents. You got
I
no
heard-
right
word
to
on
have
the street-
parents."
Word on the street is that they used my character Sonic the Hedgehog in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
I'm just saying, if Penders' characters are all his property and stuff, I want to sue Sega for using my character in Sonic Forces when I made them in the custom character.
So wait, hold on. If memory serves, though, in the earlier tweets, didn't he literally say that like he hadn't seen the movie, but many people were coming forward and giving him information?
He was
It's
saying
just-
like many
critics
people are
agree, I should get
congratulating
money.
me.
I'm just literally hearing the washed up politician go, many people are saying this.
I want to see him crowd surfing. I want to see Ken Penders crowd surfing, man.
Anyway, I just don't have the energy for that man right now.
Yeah, that's next week. That's next week's episode.
No, no.
So
God.
what would that be? Sunset Pending?
God damn you.
Just shut up, sir. It's just shut your face.
Oh,
You can't use
man.
that name, man. It's property of someone else.
You're right. You're right. I don't want to get us sued.
I'm curious.
I
Did you
can't believe
just
this
say my
dude thinks this
fucking
dude
name?
really thinks he fucking owns dads.
That shit's so stupid. I'm just like, yeah, it's he has a father, and yes, surprise, it looks like Knuckles.
Funny enough, it's an echidna. Echidna's father's. That
I
is
just-
mine.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I sat in that movie with seeing his dad, and then seeing not Enerjack. like that's clear allusions to Archie, right?
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing: you can't sue somebody for an homage.
Yeah.
I'm
You
aware
have to
of that.
you
He
have to
also-
actually use the IP.
Also, he needs that reality check. He needs Paramount to come and kick his ass.
I hope he tries to sue Viacom. Holy shit.
I
Yeah,
I
okay.
really want to take Daddy Penders to the zoo and take him to an echidna habitat and show him a family of echidnas so that he can try and sue them.
He just points to the freaking anteaters. I own that.
Oh my God.
Is that echidna sitting in the shade?
Hey, look, that skunk and that chipmunk
Oh
are
my
fucking.
god! I rode a skunk once.
Hey,
That
I
reminds
fucked-
me.
Hey,
I
those
gotta-
chipmunks are mating. I fucked a chipmunk once in my dream.
I got a book that I try to order for Mecha March Madness. I'm gonna make it for my patrons so they'll see it early. But there is this little book that I just picked up called Sonic versus Zonic, and there is a unique skunk character in there. I'm very excited to get to that.
My original character.
That's
Blonic.
Oh,
That's right, Joffrey, Saint son of a bitch.
God damn it. Well, yeah, as I expected, we didn't really get anywhere with our human discussion.
I mean, did you expect? What were you expect?
No,
Okay.
I mean, obviously we were.
I have now decided humans are bad.
No,
Yeah,
right,
fuck
exactly.
The
you.
end.
No,
I
I
mean,
just
the poll. There's a poll,
Yeah.
and humans won.
obviously did. Well, I
I
already knew
still-
they were going to win.
That's because humans win everything.
Sonic Adventure 1 model humans are still the best ones. They're
Okay.
still,
Hang on.
I
It's so good.
unironically want to see the third movie, and all of the humans are actually SA1 Dreamcast models. Even Tom Wachowski is just sitting there giving a heartfelt conversation, and Sonic's like, "Dude, are your lips even moving?"
I want this.
You know what?
Give me the Dreamcast cut, you cowards.
You know what I do find curious, as it were.
Hmm.
So, a lot of
Really?
a lot of what I've seen. I'm gonna ignore that.
That was simple, and it worked.
A lot of the arguments that I've seen for, like, regardless of what you think about those characters, whatever. A lot of the arguments that I've seen have said, "Oh, well, you know, the movie needed characters like that, like Tom and Maddie, so it would appeal to, because they're trying to make it a successful movie franchise, not necessarily just for Sonic fans. Like that way, that's like why it's successful at a global scale or whatever." But so they're like, okay, well, they need to put those how Hollywood needs to put those Hollywood characters in for it to appeal to this wide audience. But what I think is funny is that, judging by my tweet, all the people that were actually defending those characters, like all the people that were defending those characters were like hardcore Sonic fans. And all the people that were liking it, and there were more likes than anything, were a lot of people that just agreed with it and didn't really give a fuck further than that.
Because the loudest fuckers on the Sonic fan base are adventure fans.
But
I mean,
so
there's-
what I'm saying is that if these characters exist to appeal to the broader audience, why is the broader audience agreeing with what I said, but it's the super hardcore Sonic fans that are disagreeing with it?
Because the super
I mean, can
hardcore
you
fans
also-
have been swallowing shit for a long time, and they'll make any excuse to make it go down smoother.
I mean, I'm
Excuse
gonna
me,
say
have you
this.
seen how many fans there are of Sonic 06?
I'm gonna say this. It goes with my rubber band theory, where it's like, you know, for a long time, like a lot of gaming journalists and stuff, and a lot of critics have relentlessly shit on Sonic. Some of it deserved, a lot of it kind of a little unfair, and like Sonic fans have been very shat on and stuff in the past. So it's that rubber band thing of, now that we're getting something from Sonic that is consistently of some sort of quality, it's, you know, people are going to be much more defensive now because Sonic has had such a stigma surrounding him for all the time. So I can understand it, but the bottom line is all this overcorrection. It's silly to be too negative. It's silly to be too positive. Just be genuine with yourself and others around you, and leave it at that.
That's what I
Fucking
thought I
hell.
was. That's what I thought I was doing, and then everybody got
No,
angry.
shut up, Gilly. You're negative. Be quiet.
Fake fan.
fucking.
This guy's never even played a Sonic game before.
Yeah, that was my favorite. Some guy replied to all my fucking tweets and other people's tweets to mine saying that I've never played a Sonic game.
Yeah. No, it's
I bet
fine.
that was news
You
to
either
you,
get
huh?
that, you're either a fake Sonic fan, or you're too old. You shouldn't like this anymore, even though we're getting this from fucking 20-somethings. It's like, just fuck off. Like, everybody makes fun of us outside of the fan base. Everybody else makes fun of us.
I
I had
unironic.
like the.
I was gonna say, actual experience I had. Was it 4 months ago? I guested on Vosh's stream for a second, and like, as I hopped off, I was still listening to his. I was still listening to him on the, like, on his stream, and he was like, "So I didn't realize Cirrus was a Sonic fan. Everybody, I apologize for that."
God damn.
And I'm just like, really, you two, fuck off.
I say that like over the past year since we've been doing this this podcast, which today is the 1-year anniversary, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the 1-year anniversary.
It's the 1-year anniversary of Nick.
It's
Yeah.
also the 1-year anniversary of
It's
Nick.
my
Happy first
first-
birthday, buddy.
My first birthday, we'll go with that. Instead of
Yeah,
ancient,
he
we'll go
wishes.
infantile.
Oh, wishes.
Well, of
Anyway,
course, if you're
happy-
infantile, you couldn't have played any of the Sonic games, you fake fan.
Happy 58th birthday to Nick.
There are people genuinely in my Discord who are like, "Oh, I thought you were in your mid-40s." Like, what the fuck
Oh
off?
my god, I would
Come
kill
on.
myself.
Oh, I thought you were as old as my dad. He's turning 73 tomorrow, by the way.
You-
I thought you were 10, judging by how you dress.
Oh, I got that. That was well done.
Jesus.
Oh,
Anyway, I mean, the humans are here. We have to deal with it either way, whether you like it or you don't.
No,
Oh,
maybe Shadow will take care of them.
But here's the
I
thing.
mean-
I wanted to ask you guys about
With
this.
a gun!
But what do you guys feel? Because this has also been like a hotly debated thing. I think it's mostly between me and Trey, more than anybody else. But what do you guys think is going to be happening with Shadow in the next movie? Because they go out of
says
their way to
damn.
say he's here for 50 years.
We're going to see a body.
He needs to
Shadow's so
hold a gun
fucking
and
old.
say "damn."
it's about that time of Glock.
Look, I'm still so proud of you, sir. It's like you just go full on into it every time it's brought up. Like, oh, she's toast. We're gonna see a body.
I want to see blood.
I
But what do you guys think? Do you think
I
they're
wanna see a
going to
little
go out of their
girl
way?
die.
I not only do I need to see a body, I need the gun agent that executes her in front of Shadow's eyes. I need
it's
him
just-
to be
you just
using
see-
a pump
the-
action
the young
MP5.
agent needs
You
to be
don't see
Olive
the
Garden
shot.
man.
You see Shadow's eyes, and you just see a silhouette of her falling.
You just hear Maria.
I need them to kill her with a pump action MP5.
I need an old scientist to be taken out via firing squad.
I need
And
to do
then
an elbow drop on her
wait,
corpse.
and there we go here, and then we can have a fucking half-hour scene towards the end of the movie where the gun agent who shot her has to come to terms with the fact that he shot a little girl, and they're like, "You weren't supposed to do that." And he's like, "Oh, I was," and they're like,
Also-
"Oh no," and he has to go to therapy. But
While Maria gets shot, she's flossing.
And Gilly, at the end of that scene, that gun agent was Albert Einstein, and everyone clapped.
So I on a serious note, I kind of want to give my 2 cents on what I think is and isn't likely, because Trey's made like an interesting point saying that there have been family films where characters have gotten iced on screen, and I mean, like Sonic 2 even comes with the implication that Longclaw pecked the eyes and penises off of a bunch of his kidneys.
But
And this is
not
blood
children.
and massive-
Specifically.
She genocided them, my
But-
good friends.
But Sonic, these movies have a very different tone to a film like Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse is an exceptional film. There's nothing in that film that I'm ever going to take for granted.
That
Yeah.
doesn't, that doesn't feel like that feels like a kid-friendly movie. It doesn't feel like a kids movie.
Yeah, the Sonic movies are still made for kids first and foremost. Into the Spider-Verse was a movie kind of that I get the feeling that the makers of that movie made the film for themselves and it was put out there for mass consumption, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so I think ultimately they're not going to necessarily kill off a small child as much as I want to see that, as
Damn
much
it.
as I want to see that happen in front of my very eyes, as much as I would buy a 4D
It's the
Screen
reason I
X
watched
ticket to
Hunger
see
Games,
that.
damn it.
I literally want to see little kids get murdered. But anyways, aside from that, I think there are ways around it. You could, for example, make Maria a little older. But personally, I think the ideal solution would be to say that Gerald Robotnik made androids. And that's like a key difference between Gerald Robotnik and Ivo Robotnik, is that Gerald makes it for the sake of creating life, effectively, sentient life, kind of Blade Runner stuff, you know? And Maria Robotnik is like family to him, but she is ultimately a humanoid android. And rather than fucking gun going in there and shooting the shit out of her, as amazing as that would be, I get the feeling they'll like shut her down among a bunch of other androids and Shadow escapes. And it's like, it's not just that he's lost Maria, he's lost everyone he's ever known, effectively.
Dude, it's gonna be perfect. It's Maria there, like she's actually the one that helped create the Eclipse cannon, and she's getting ready to fire it and everything, and she's saying, "I am Miranda Android. This is who I am," and then her head fucking explodes.
It would be amazing. I'm just waiting for Jax Pacific to release an action figure of Maria with like a removable section of her head and underneath it's like brains and shit.
Well, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing that would thematically fit with. I'm actually trying to have like an actual theory going on. I can't. God damn it!
It comes with a second head with a bullet wound in it.
Give me a minute.
They'll swap out.
Comes with a bullet, removable. Sonic 3 edition
like,
Operation Board Game.
Do you remember
bullets from Maria without touching the edges?
Do you remember
buy the Arc Battle set for free AIDS?
Do you remember those old action figures? There was other ones that did it, but the main ones that did it were the Power Rangers ones, where you press the belt and the head would flip to a different head.
Yeah.
That, but the second one has a bullet wound in it.
And it just needs to have like a sad emoji face.
Maria, battle damage. It's Comic-Con exclusive.
Sonic 3 gets a partnership with Nerf, and just on the box, Maria
like a Funko Pop.
Please don't make Hasbro own more of my life and hobbies.
That's the fucking like Best Buy exclusive steelbook. Is just like the front is a gun agent just firing at Maria, and then like and Maria's like in the foreground just like being blasted away. The entire back cover of the steelbook is just a blood splatter.
The Blu-ray itself, the disc, the hole is a bullet hole in her fucking head.
You know, like as part of like the Happy Meal promotion, like McDonald's did like a little mini. You know where I'm going with this. McDonald's did like a little digital Sonic game to go with it. So here's GUN target practice. Shoot all the Marias.
or a cheaper option. So back in the day when Lilo and Stitch was first coming out, the McDonald's toys for those were these little plastic toys that you put Play-Doh in, and then like it would come out of certain parts. So like a red Play-Doh would come out of Stitch's mouth.
Play-Doh just comes out of her eye socket.
Do that, but with Maria, the Play-Doh are her fucking brains just splattering out of the toy.
Dear God.
Oh, I hope they do a scene in the next movie where like if they go back to, you know, wherever they're from, Mobius or whatever, and they stumble on a bunch of like owl pellets that have echidna bones in them.
Well, here's what I wanted to get to though. If they did actually kill off Maria, and I do think with them doing like 50 years in the past, I think we're getting some allusion to Shadow losing someone important to him. And that would thematically go in line with Sonic and Knuckles specifically. And that would be a decent dark mirror for this version of Sonic, is we have two people that have lost some important like parent or sibling or something in early on in their lives. And this is how they both dealt with it in their own ways, where Sonic, you know, learned to love people and, you know, grow up on his own and still be a hero. We have Shadow, who's, you know, become just a mean bitch in all that time by himself.
So we get to have the Knuckles Sonic beat scene again, but it's Shadow.
And given that it's in the past, that means that Maria can get killed by Longclaw. Just flies in through the glass.
I mean, I was joking about it. What if Olive Garden guy does off Maria?
That's hilarious.
he's old. He's old enough to have been the one that did it.
I mean,
he
just
fucking
reinterpret the.
I was just gonna say he shoots her in the fucking head and then throws down an Olive Garden gift card and goes, "Keep the change."
Wait, hold on a second.
Oh, sorry, Shadow. That was an accident. But to make you feel better, here's a coupon for Olive Garden.
Like some of her blood like gets on his uniform, so he pulls out an Olive Garden napkin and just starts wiping it up.
He beats her to death with an Olive Garden breadstick. How many jokes are going to be made about
You know what's
all the time
Maria-
forever.
Maria seems
Forever.
like a good kid. Like she seems so chill, and we're all just talking about like the many ways she could just get murdered.
Well, that's all.
You know what? You know what?
That's
Honestly,
the only thing her character's good for.
if you don't
is
want to get made
dying.
fun of, don't get a bullet in your head when you're like.
Yeah, if you don't want to get made fun of, just don't die, idiot. There you
Oh
go.
God. I do think they're going to change some things around. If I just had to make a guess, I would say age up Maria and she still dies. And that's it.
As long as Maria dies, I'm happy. That's
I think like I'm fixated on the child murder part. I can't think of any example where they actually killed off kids.
Check
I
the
feel like-
Discord chat.
I feel like
Oh God.
we're not putting that up on stream.
No,
No.
we're not.
I feel like
So-
we're,
So I just want to point out something. Look at the picture of the gun commander from Shadow the Hedgehog, and then look at the gun commander from the movie. They're actually not that dissimilar.
oh
They're
no,
not. They're really.
They
Oh,
really
he did it,
aren't.
didn't he? He did it.
He did it.
Yeah.
Okay,
He says, "Oh God,
so-
Project Shadow." He knows what it is.
yeah. Oh, okay, so he knows exactly what it is.
Yeah, because he's played
It's
Sonic
all-
Adventure 2. That's
It's
why.
all making sense. Okay, so you know how like a lot of people after a bad breakup, like they will just eat like an entire fucking tub of ice cream. His thing was going to Olive Garden and eating pasta, and he's just sitting there. There is no bowl of pasta that can satisfy like his grief and his sorrow. He needs he needs a
I made
pasta
that
bowl.
one myself in paint.
I want
He
to
needs-
say
he needs a
I want-
pasta bowl that's never ending. That's why he's so obsessed with it.
Marshall Hamilton just said, and you guys wonder why people don't take you seriously. Please
Did
don't.
they ever?
Please don't.
did we wonder?
I never told anyone to take me seriously. Don't fucking do that.
I'm
Did
sorry.
we wonder?
I am so sorry, Marshall Hamilton, that we are sitting here having fun talking and theorizing about things that
This
aren't
is a
even going
serious
to happen.
conversation.
Marshall,
Right, this is Sonic the Hedgehog. This is serious business.
I'm just wondering when you came into a podcast of a bunch of grown adults sitting around a table represented by cartoon characters talking about Sonic the Hedgehog, what point do you think we were taking ourselves seriously?
What do you guys think is going to be the big bad for the next one?
It's
Chaos.
no.
Yeah,
I think Chaos is going to be the
Wallace
bad of the
and I-
Knuckle series.
Wallace and I actually had a little mini discussion in the DMs while you guys were talking at one point. And yeah, go on, Wallace. You talk.
Yeah, because I actually did bring this up last week. Although stuff has changed in a week, and I'm kind of hoping this isn't what happens, but it is something they could do. Because we were talking about how the Labyrinth Zone temple in the Sonic 2 movie has that hidden mural of Perfect Chaos, which is fucking awesome, and I still haven't gotten over that. That's so cool. I still think it's possible with like with
I just saw the fucking classroom picture.
Can we go ahead and I'll continue in a minute. Can we go ahead and put that up there?
I literally did that in paint really quickly.
That's another hit tweet if there ever was one.
You gotta put that up.
Can I just give it up for Pup? Like actually, like throwing out some tweets on the account that have just been blowing the fuck up.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah, so what I was thinking is there was a great video. I can't remember who did it. I want to say it was the Golden Bolt, but I can't remember of Sonic Adventure 2 talking about like the Master Emerald shrine that was made attached to the Eclipse cannon and everything like that. and how Gerald Robotnik was probably researching like the power of the Chaos Emeralds, and that led him to like the ancient Echidna civilizations, was reading all the mirrors and everything, saw the prophecies of perfect chaos and everything like that, and decided to make the ultimate life form. And at one point, he landed on this lizard-like creature, which, let's face it, perfect chaos does look kind of lizard-like. That's probably how he landed on BioLizard, and maybe he decided that was a mistake, and that's how he ended up switching gears to Shadow the Hedgehog. I actually think that there's some weight there, if not for the movies, that might make sense for the games. It's just kind of an explanation as to why they went from the BioLizard over to Shadow for the ultimate life form. But what I'm thinking, skip the BioLizard, have Gerald Robotnik create Perfect Chaos, this creature that feeds on the power of the Chaos Emeralds. That was my idea last week, although now I would still be happy with that. I think that would be really cool. That'd be a nice way to get like Perfect Chaos in there. At this point, I'm hoping they're holding on to Chaos for later and building up to it as this really huge thing. That they like starting with the Knuckles miniseries, start laying the groundwork for like what the Echidnas actually wanted the Chaos Emeralds for and everything like that. Start building up to Perfect Chaos. That can very much well be like their Thanos, essentially. I think that would be cool.
Maybe what would the kids say though, Wayne?
Huh?
What would the kids say though?
Oh well, Nick, the kids
They'd say,
would
"Don't shoot me!"
They'd say it's pretty wizard.
Boy, it would,
Kedavra.
it would be pretty wizard if you didn't off me.
That reminds me, we got that Secrets of Dumbledore is out today. Do you think it has any chance of dethroning Sonic at the box office?
No.
I hope.
No.
I think it has a chance, but I don't want it to.
I
Considering
don't want
that,
it to either.
considering that the filmmakers are literally abandoning the Fantastic Beasts franchise after this, nah, there's a reason they're doing that.
Man,
I mean-
WB is in trouble.
The Crimes of Grindelwald was already such a shit movie.
Yeah.
Like, you don't walk back from that.
Yeah,
Dude.
I've heard nothing but bad things about that new movie. Oh man.
I know like what I want to see in Sonic 3. I want to see Robotnik wear contact lenses that have like black out eyes and red pupils.
There you
That's
go.
not even a joke. I
I-
want that to be the
I-
next evolution.
Dude, if they do like the android body for Robotnik, like you could do that and it would look fucking sick.
Yep.
Give
I
him
agree.
Give him the AOSTH design, please.
I do want to say
We need to see the inflatable ass.
We need to. Is it
I-
that time again, boys?
I did want to say though, like one thing I appreciated about Sonic 2 was it gave us a lot of things that we recognize from the games. For as much bickering as we've done about essentially 2 scenes of this movie, we all like this film, and it's I really enjoyed that there were so many things in there. All these I was thrilled to see what is essentially just fucking Labyrinth Zone. I'm still
God damn it, Pub.
I like earlier this week I was theorizing on Twitter. I was like, did Robotnik reference a 1950s sci-fi movie at the beginning of Sonic 2? It's like all these little things in there I fucking love. A lot of things we recognize. I don't know that enough credit is being given to the original stuff that it's done. And it's the little things, like I like the way that they're handling the Master Emerald, is that it was created from the Chaos Emeralds. I really like that we got a Master Emerald charged Eggman. I don't know that we've seen that shit before. Anyway,
We have.
Eggman, I've asked for Super Robotnik for a while.
We had an Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
We actually
did we?
did, and yeah, he turned lava people into people, and he threw Scratch and Grounder into a volcano. It got pretty dark.
it's
And
still
Sonic didn't get any Chaos Emerald powers in that show, but Robotnik did.
he just fucking cloned himself. It's still though, you know what I mean though, is that it's like there's still new things that this franchise has given to us that we haven't seen elsewhere. And I kind of hope that they, as much as I want things that I recognize from the games, I will never shut up about wanting perfect chaos. Like that is the one thing I want the most from this film franchise.
Well,
I want to
until
see
we
that
get
shit
it,
in live
then.
action. No, because like after that, I'm just gonna not shut up about how much I loved seeing it. But
Or you'll be like me with
there's-
Mysterio, be like, he's coming back, I'm telling you.
I think there's a difference between things that are completely original to the movie and things that are original to the movie or things that are exclusive to the movie. So like things that the movie created versus when the movie takes the source material and does something new with that, does something movie exclusive with that, like the
Sure.
Eggman Emerald thing. I think that's different. When I for example had said like on Twitter, when I mentioned something about it not following source material, people a lot of times take that and they think that you mean that it should follow the exact plot of every Sonic game. I'm like, no, but it should if it wants to, it should tell a new story with elements from the source material.
Yeah,
instead of making up its own.
Demonstrate like an understanding of why the original worked while making something new.
Yep.
and it's like I adore the story of like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I think that's probably one of the best, for as simple as it is, that's one of the best narratives I've seen out of Sonic the Hedgehog. And they found a new way to adapt that for the movie. It's not as grand, but I still really like it in Sonic 2, the way they handled it.
I would still be very surprised if we don't see more of it in Knuckles' story.
I do want to
Uh,
see Angel Island, man. I'm hoping his series is about returning the Master Emerald to Angel Island.
I
and
do
essentially
too. I
trying to
really
hunt that
do.
Island down.
I mean, yeah, the number one thing I'm asking from the future of this franchise now is I want to see him go to space.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, the comics are opening up the doors to do so much stuff with this, and like Gilly, actually, that's a good point. Like what you were saying is not so much coming up with brand new things that the franchise has never done, but doing new things with elements that we've seen before.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the fun thing. It's why we like a lot of the multiverse stories and comic book stuff. We're familiar with those ingredients, but they're making a completely new dish out of it, and
Exactly.
sometimes that's enjoyable. Like that's good. And I think that's something that this franchise should lean into a little bit more. And Sonic 2 did kind of convince me that can be a good thing in its own right. I don't need everything to be the games taken straight to the silver screen. I want to see a way that it's done better for a movie than it would have been for a game.
I think
Well-
the main thing here is that we all like the movie,
Yeah.
but just like anything, not everybody is going to like every element, and it's okay. You don't have to completely stan everything 100% of the time. You can like something and still criticize it, or like something and still admit to yourself when certain parts might not be that good. And even if you're the kind of person that does like the whole thing, you also don't have to get angry when somebody else doesn't like it, and get angry when somebody does like the thing but doesn't like the entirety whole of the thing. I've said this a million times. Sonic 2 is my favorite game. Metropolis Zone sucks fucking dick.
It does. It really, really does. I fucking like Sonic.
I do.
Shall we? Sorry, go on, Wayne.
It was a quick thing. I was just going to say, I do retract one statement I made about Metropolis Zone. Yeah, no, I would not take what's that end level from Sonic 1?
Scrap Brain?
Scrap Brain. No. Scrap Brain is worse. Metropolis is better than
Yeah.
Scrap Brain. I retract what I said about that.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Should we move on to super chats?
Let's move on to super chats. We've worked hard enough today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot to scroll through.
Yeah, we got a lot of pictures of dead children to scroll through.
All right. So right after the BoJack porn.
Yeah, that's okay. So we start off with Akashodin, who, as per the usual, is a yogurt male, doesn't feel the need to talk, sends us $20. Thank you, Akashodin.
AKA Shoden. Best, thank you. Jamal or Paul Simmons
go.
with $5. Happy B Theory Day, everybody. Milk Bro forever. Also, what's your opinion on Ken Penders versus Paramount Penders on the movie Knuckles backstory?
I love how you almost said Paramount Penders, but you saved it. You're like Paramount Pictures.
I said it. I said this in our DMs many times. We would not be paying any kind of attention to Penders if he didn't have that one win under his belt, because that was a massive win. If he didn't have that, all of us would be rolling our eyes and be fine with it. People are still going to be pissed about it because, yeah, he did set a precedent, and he might have a case in court. I don't know, but unfortunately, we have to pay attention to it. And despite any kind of defense I try to put towards him as a human being, it takes one hell of a dude to make me root for a corporation, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's getting so much harder because, like, Nick, you and I have both tried to play devil's advocate with Ken Penders, and at this point, it's just like, man, he's been digging his own grave. Let him fall in. I'll take pictures.
It's
Yeah.
so difficult to try and maintain the level of what's the word, Sirius? Is it pronounced deontism or dontism or something? Well, anyways, it's that perspective that it's like the action is not a good thing to do if you're like trolling him. regardless of-
Deontology?
Deontology, that's it. Yeah, I kind of have the deontological perspective of that. You shouldn't troll him because it's not the right thing to do. But my God, is it ever fucking tempting, isn't it? Like, come on,
So
he
should I
asked
delete?
for it.
Should I delete my red Penders?
Oh no.
No,
No,
you-
no, no,
I
no,
mean,
no.
I've done it. I've done it recently, in fact, but I've betrayed myself.
Gilly-
He
I mean,
makes it so
like, there's-
difficult.
There's still like levels though, right? Like there's like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
mocking jokes and making jokes, and then there's like threatening the guy's life.
Like you
Yeah,
gotta
there's
think.
Well, that's not
wide margin
trolling.
between
That's
the two.
being a psychopath.
If
Yeah.
you're gonna if you're gonna troll the guy, be funny. Basically,
Like Gilly, you have to realize you weren't trolling Ken Penders when you made those images. Those aren't Ken Penders. They are your original
This is
characters,
true.
sir.
This is
Own
true.
them.
I'm selling myself short. Sorry.
You really are. You've got creative juices flowing.
It is just in general, it's absolutely frustrating because when you look at how hard he fought for all these stupid characters and was so obsessed with making sure that Locke had the ending that he had and didn't want anybody else to touch him in any specific way after he left the job. He left Archie on good terms.
To be honest,
There's just, when it comes to comic books, you have to understand it is a collaborative effort, and you have to be willing to accept that other writers are going to be taking your characters in different directions. Regardless of how much work he put into it, he did make it for the Sonic franchise. And now he just has to act like everything is his. He technically has to. He can't show any other signs of that because he won a court case and he has to stay in that stance, I'd assume for more legal reasons than not. But at the same time, like, if he's going to just ramble on about this fucking movie, then put out your fucking comic book. It's been over a decade, man.
His original characters are like, do you guys see the Scott the Woz episode where he talks about owning Sonic 2 with a line?
I don't remember that, no.
He's talking about rare games and he draws a it's permanent marker line on Sonic 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it says that it's the only Sonic 2 with a line.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's a Ken Penders character.
I mean,
Straight
he
up.
literally
No,
said he
that's-
owns
yeah.
green knuckles.
Didn't he say wasn't there something like he owned the Knuckles that's with the hat from the OVA?
I only heard that from other people. I've
Bullshit.
only heard that
God
from other
damn
people.
it.
But they've shown that hat in other media. He clearly does not own that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
shown the fucking tornado in other media too, but he thinks he owns that.
Well, no, again, like, this
whatever.
is where we have to talk with nuance. We can't just dogpile on the guy. He just made a comparison there. He didn't say flat out.
Yeah,
We
I know,
came up
but
with this first.
but he
But
quoted-
considering his
he
actions,
quoted-
We know the
given the
implication.
given the context, it can be inferred.
understandable, completely understandable.
anyways, Zurus, take us into Sony's hole.
Yes, we will do that. We will fill it up with gusto.
Just
Um,
read the fucking thing.
You started this. Do not be upset when other people finish it. Do not.
I
Sonic.
I finished it, bitch. You read the goddamn thing.
God, you can't even finish in more than 5 seconds.
I don't
anyway,
want to spend my entire birthday here. God damn it.
Sonny, thank you for the
This is your birthday party.
$2 Canadian. Who needs humans when you've got Zeddy? Hashtag ready for Zeddy.
By the way, when's the stripper getting here?
That was before the show.
So Wayne's
can't-
turn.
So Nick
can't wait
missed
for
his
it.
own fucking stripper. God damn it.
It's Mr. Peanut Butter.
Like,
It's Sally Acorn.
nobody tell Nick, but I have Zavik ready to jump out of this cake at any moment.
Can we get wait, we
Mega
gotta
really wants Savik to be a thing, huh?
Zurus, get the cake back up on screen, man. Get the cake on.
Sony definitely wants Zavik to be a thing.
Put it
Or
Only
just don't
because
want Fight
IDW proved that Zavik can be done well.
No,
Cirrus?
he likes Lost World.
Cirrus,
No.
yeah,
Okay.
you gotta put the Sally cake on top of Cirrus's item box, but not so it looks like Sally's on top of Gilly, because otherwise Nick will get resentful.
What do you say, Gilly? Do you think my chipmunk is hot?
You want to fuck my wife? Happy birthday, Nick. We're gonna fuck Sally. You're getting cucked.
Fantastic.
So wait, where am I? Okay, Xander.
Some could call it a chip cuck.
Xander. Is it? Gotta stuff them cheeks. And Xander Johnson with US $50. Thank you for the generous super chat. Hey, you sexy gamers. Love the podcast and is always a highlight of my Fridays. Keep up the great work, boys. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. Again, thank you for your
Xander.
generosity. We greatly appreciate you being here.
So are you, Xander, and not just because you gave us money.
God
I
damn.
mean it. Gillicent, you're up with Jamal, our pal.
Hi guys. Knowing Sonic 3 movie is coming, who do you guys want to play as Shadow and Rouge? Also, do you think Amy Rose and Metal Sonic will be in Sonic 3?
I think it'd be a little bit cramped at that point if we have all
I think
four.
Amy's inevitable. Rouge is possible. Metal on the provision that the others aren't in it. They need a go. They need a go furry character in there though now.
I want to see Metal Rachel.
Real talk. I think what if like as a stand-in, I love the design of Mecha Sonic in 3 and K, but what if they did Metal Sonic as kind of like Knuckles' adversary in the miniseries?
If they ever do
I'd be game.
a robotic Sonic, it's going to be Metal.
I would like to see that.
To be fair, I think we're all going by the assumption that Metal Sonic would be like a big bad. It could just be for one scene, like Robotnik's.
could be.
Yeah, we got to get him off of our tail.
He
No, he
deserves a little
doesn't.
better than that.
He fucking doesn't. He's never been, with the exception of Sonic Heroes, he's never been the main villain of a Sonic game.
Well, I would say that
Hey.
Sonic CD basically
He just comes in for a quick fight. You race
No,
him. You don't even hit him.
He was
like-
ever present though. That's my thing. Is that he's built up early on in the game, and he is they dangle his presence in front of you the entire journey. And I would say that he's built up almost to be as central an antagonist as Eggman himself in that title.
He's Bowser Jr. from Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a core rival in that game. My thing is not so much how he's been treated; it's his potential. He deserves better.
I'm okay if they just give him a quick scene. He's barely a character in the first place.
Well, fuck you, pup.
Fuck you. You come to my house, suck my dick, call me gay?
I would like.
I love that meme, unironically.
I'd like to see a race between Sonic and Metal Sonic. That's all I really want.
I prefer if Metal Sonic was pit up against Sonic himself, but I still would like to see him up against Knuckles.
Get a Metal Knuckles, baby.
Yeah. Oh man, I was showing my coworker yesterday what Metal Knuckles looked like, and he was like, "Dude, that's fucking sick." And I was like, "I know."
It's a great design. Where were we?
Yeah, I've got that Jordo with $10. Chili dong.
Chili dong.
It's so simple.
Just like in
We did answer Jamal's
in Knuckles'
question.
eyes.
We did not answer Jamal's question.
We loosely did.
No, we didn't. Who do you want to
Yeah,
play as Shadow
well-
and Rouge?
Well, okay.
Oh.
Can we get Jason Griffith as Shadow, please?
Jason Voorhees a shadow.
Oh my
and
god, can we please get Jason Griffith as Shadow?
I
I
would
would
love that, but
Jason
if they insist on a celebrity casting, and I think they're not going to necessarily do that, because with like Sonic 1, they had Colleen O'Shaughnessy do the after credits, and it was kind of like, okay, it makes only sense for her to come back for the next one. Shadow didn't say a fucking peep in this after credits, so you can't rule out who they're going to have. So if not a game cast member, then I would say someone like Robert Pattinson.
I think we are going to
As-
get a big name for this one. I mean, we.
as
I want-
for
argued
as for Rouge, just have it played by a woman. I don't fucking care.
it. Goddamn.
You know what?
I mean-
Actually, I've heard her do good voice work before. If you're gonna do a celebrity voice actress as Rouge, I don't know if there's any pushback from this. I think Angelina Jolie, like Kung Fu Panda movies, prove that she can do a little voice work.
If she did a Laura Croft voice, it'd be kind of great.
Yeah, yeah, because like I don't know. I think she'd.
I'd be down with that. I'd
Yeah,
be down
Could
with
work,
that.
yeah.
I want Chris Sabat to do Shadow.
Ooh, that'd be
Is it-
interesting. He's Vegeta and Piccolo from Dragon Ball.
You know,
Yeah, I know.
had,
I like old Vegeta and old Piccolo better than.
I did
Big
have
Curry.
one idea.
What?
actually,
Like,
that's a bit-
wait, like for Ocean Dub?
Yeah,
Who likes Ocean Dub voices?
Ocean Dub is perfect for those characters in that art style.
I
The
think
only one. The
I-
only one I'm familiar with is Team 4-Star. Those are the only voice actors
I
I know
think
for those
Over
characters.
9,000. That meme happened because of what's his name? Brian something or other.
Ryan Drummond.
His voice. No,
So-
no,
not Ryan
Vegeta, the original English Vegeta.
Hold
I
on.
don't know.
Yeah, Brian Drummond.
Brian
Wow.
Drummond.
Yeah,
Okay.
Brian Drummond.
What are the goddamn odds?
Yeah.
So
Amazing, amazing.
This isn't going to be a popular decision, nor is it an orthodox one. But going by the fact that like Knuckles doesn't actually sound like his game counterpart and stuff, a
Hmm.
possible decision for Shadow, I think, would actually be Paul Bettany doing a similar voice to what he does for the Vision.
As Shadow?
Yeah, as Shadow, he
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
necessarily have to be that deep whispery type because I mean Knuckles doesn't sound like he does in any of the games.
He's played
I-
creepy characters before.
I actually do not hate that idea.
I don't either.
He did a decent villain in Solo. You know who
Yeah,
I
like-
actually would first pick for Paul Bettany as a Sonic character? They'll never do this character, nor will they do him justice. But I think Paul Bettany would be a fun voice for him.
Professor Pickle. No, Jeremy Irons is Professor Pickle. Okay, who do you want?
Oh my god, Gamma.
You know that would be cool. Just any
Yeah.
robot. I mean, that said, you don't want to typecast him into playing robots, but like, oh, he could be Orbot, couldn't he? He could be Orbot.
Can we get Tim Curry as Shadow?
Oh my god.
Is Tim Curry even doing anything anymore?
If he wasn't into NFTs and supposedly a pain in the ass to work with, Val Kilmer would make a good Shadow.
Can we get
Can
Nick
Val
Cage?
Kilmer do anything anymore?
I'm
he can still
taking
do
the
stuff, I
Chaos
think.
Emeralds to the
Doesn't he have
one
throat
place
cancer?
that hasn't been corrupted by gun.
The moon.
Base.
I'm trying to think. I mean, like all we can really do is compare it to like other characters who played creepy.
If they can play
rally voices.
if they can play Batman, they can play Shadow. I think that's a rule of thumb.
My only hope is that
I'm-
whoever they get to do Shadow, or however they do Shadow, I want his portrayal to be closer to Sonic Adventure 2. That's my favorite
Yeah,
version of Shadow.
I'm never going to argue that. I'm never going
I
to
agree
argue
with
that.
that.
I want
Yeah.
whoever did the voice for Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh to do Shadow.
Oh, it's the same guy who did James and Pokemon.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh god.
Goddamn. And yeah, that's what Jarab confirmed that Tim Curry had a stroke, which sucks. So I don't think he's gonna be doing any kind of anything anymore. But
And
man,
Val
if
Kilmer's
we
not
had
exactly the
80s, if
healthiest
we had 80s Tim Curry again, goodness gracious.
Dude, get Mark Hamill for Shadow.
Ooh.
I love Mark Hamill, but like he's no, actually, no. Like if we go down the Paul Bettany route, then yeah, we can also do Mark Hamill. Like,
Like-
the sky's the limit. Like when you think about it,
I mean, Hamill has done villains before. He did fight. He did Ozai in Avatar.
I'm aware that Hamill's done villains. I'm a fucking Batman fan, you idiot.
Batman?
Let me think. Cameron Monaghan could do an interesting Shadow as well.
Yo, who's doing the voice of Khonshu in that Moon Knight series?
Not for Shadow, man.
No. I'm sorry. We were talking about voice actors. This isn't for Shadow. I was just thinking, man, that guy's got a nice voice. If they ever do Mephiles,
I was gonna pitch a crazy ass idea. What I
hope
thought would
we
be
never
fun
do
if they
Mephiles.
ever had a chance to redo Shadow stuff is if he got the Chaos Emeralds and he fed off the negative energy, he would have a form that looked a little bit more like Mephiles, but later on, transform, use the positive energy and turn it into proper Super Shadow, and then that negative energy swam off somewhere with some bullshit excuse where it split off from him and then formed into Mephiles somewhere else. I think that'd be
Man,
fucking cool.
I love that
So
one.
it's, so it's Majin Buu.
I
Yeah.
I love that Nephilis.
06 explanation. He's a split off
I want
voice of a god that fuck off. Whatever.
I want Nephilis to just be Steppenwolf and for fucking Iblis to be Darkseid.
I just want to hear the guy that does Khonshu's voice do more stuff. He's got a nice voice. But yeah, no, Nick, I definitely agree. I love that episode where Shadow uses the negative energy of the Chaos Emeralds and turns into Skull Greymon.
God damn you, fucking Digimon nerd.
Al Jamal has definitely gotten his money worth out of this fucking super chat.
I say so. It's a fun conversation piece. That's why yeah. Maybe that's a fun episode topic for next week, though. Maybe we actually do some research.
Have we said Chili Dong? Yeah, we said Chili Dong.
Yeah, Chili Dong. Yeah.
So who's?
I think Kevin Conroy for Shadow. That's fun. I'm sorry.
Roger Craig Smith could do a good Shadow going by his Batman voice, not gonna lie. Anyways, Nick, you're up with Benja X.
I was waiting for it. I'd say Jason Momoa. They always recommend Jason Momoa for these fucking movies.
I don't want Jason Momoa.
I don't either.
He would have good Knuckles, but nah.
All right, so we had Ben Jax.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 1,000 CLP. Gilly the Kid is the new member of Sunset City. I mean, you're pretty much like an honorary member at this point, man.
I'm like the Green Ranger.
Just show,
to be fair,
occasionally everyone likes you better.
Gilly, you're more like the Tuxedo Mask of this show.
Tuxedo Mask? It is Tuxedo Mask. I don't believe it.
God damn it.
No, I was about to say, actually, I was thinking about it. So, like, the funniest episodes are the ones where we have Gilly on.
Has Gilly made the most guest appearances?
It's between Gilly and Trey.
Gilly and Trey.
Yeah. Okay.
We count the 50th
time.
episode for Trey too. When I just called him randomly.
Okay.
I count it.
That's fair. He was on for a while.
He was.
Yeah. All right. Sir, it's your turn.
The next one we have is from SonicBot. Thank you very much for the $20. With the success of the Sonic movies, I feel that other film studios will do more video game movies. I know Sega wants more movies based on their games. Thoughts?
Don't get cocky, Sega.
I think we're going to get a Morbius situation if they try to get a little bit bold with that.
It depends on what properties they're trying to do. I say, okay, Netflix series based on Golden Axe.
I'd say Yakuza.
I think there actually already is a live action and like a Japanese live action movie about Yakuza, isn't there?
That would not surprise me.
I could be thinking of something else. I might be mixing up some stuff from around the time, but I was also thinking Yakuza. I mean, go full ham, man.
I would definitely say, like, don't underestimate Sonic's status as a household name. Like, because, like, Sonic will do well, but a lot of other Sega properties, no one knows what the fuck they are.
Well, they don't do anything with it, and every time we get like a remake, they kind of suck. I got Panzer Dragoon, got House of the Dead, and this is not doing anything for anybody.
You know, it would be a really fun like anime series.
Guys from Arcadia.
Oh my god, I wasn't thinking that, but holy shit, that would be amazing. That would be so much better. I was thinking of something else entirely, but that would God, I want that. Yeah, I mean, they're doing. Aren't they doing Shenmue right now on Adult Swim?
Yeah.
Is it any good?
I mean, you tell me.
I don't know. I've not played Shenmue outside of like maybe 10 minutes. I've been meaning to go back to that one, but
it's bless its heart. It's still trying. It's that series that keeps trying, and like outside of the people that were infatuated with what it could do back in the late 90s, nobody gives a shit.
I make a good movie that you could get like Guillermo del Toro to direct. Chakan the Forever Man. That's a Sega game.
Why has nobody mentioned Echo the Dolphin yet?
No, you shut your goddamn mouth.
No. I love Echo, but like, don't look into the history of Echo the Dolphin. Worst mistake I ever made.
Does Sega still have any ties to Bayonetta?
I don't
know.
So, I mean, they still publish it.
No, Nintendo publishes it, don't they?
Is that right?
Yeah, that's why it was exclusive to the Wii U.
No, well, because Sega still has their logo even on like on Bayonetta 2, so they've got to be affiliated with it in some way.
Thing. Yeah, like it's not as simple as who's publishing it. Sega could be exclusively publishing it through Nintendo because Nintendo helped fund the project.
Yeah.
I was actually going to suggest like do like a single season anime, maybe even like a short or like a short series on Jet Set Radio.
That would work as an anime.
It would have
Yeah.
to be like a genre thing. Oh yeah, an anime. Yeah, like something that is distinctively in a specific genre.
Like
And I
it
think
has
they
to
make
be
that work.
animated. You don't do that
If-
shit in live action.
If we're going real life stuff, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Sega could probably do more for the Conduit story than the Conduit video game series ever did for its own story in a movie.
Oh, dude, live action, Altered Beast. Hear me out.
I gotta Wise from your grave.
Wise from your Dr. Wildweed.
I mean, I was joking about it, but if they actually had like a decent House of the Dead movie that wasn't complete garbage, that might work.
Who's up next with Boaton? Is that
It
Sir?
was Wayne.
Oh, I think.
Wallace.
Yeah, sorry. Man, these are a lot of fun conversation topics.
They are.
we
They're
get into
very
right there.
good super chats.
But yeah, Boaton with $10. Hello there, boys. Happy birthday, Nick. I will draw you a dinosaur later. I just got my hands on a Series S and only played Sonic Unleashed for the Xbox 360 on it.
Now that is culture.
I need to pump my copy now that I got my Series X because
I've been playing.
smooth frame rates are nice.
I've been playing the fuck out of Sonic the Fighters on the Series S, and fuck
Attaboy.
Metal Sonic.
Phenomenal. God,
He's so cruel. Like I put up the fight of my life, man. I was tactical. I was amazing. I got him down to his last bit of health, and then the fucker barrel rolled me, and I died. I'm not happy or impressed.
I shared in our little Twitter group chat last night. Like there was just this adorable little fan art of like Amy and Honey the Cat. Somebody posted on Twitter. It's so fucking cute.
Yeah, I know how to translate you, Wallace. Don't worry.
I don't know what that means.
I know what you mean, man. You're the kind of guy that watches porn and then calls it charming.
But they had
It's
such
just-
chemistry.
I don't
Just
blame you.
cute.
They were drawn very busty. I do not blame
Just
you. They were
cute
human.
fan art.
They
Look,
were human. They were busty.
listen.
It's- Look,
Pup,
man, it's fine.
Have I ever been shy about my appreciation for redheaded characters?
But outside of Redhead, that's where
Oh my God.
You've got that bit where you draw the line. You got what you're willing to present, and then you've got the looking glass. And let
It
me
was
tell you
just
something.
good
buddy.
fan
I'm
art.
looking through the looking glass, and you, my friend, are horny. Anyways, who's up next? I think that's
silly.
This
you.
is
Gillison.
gaslighting.
It's not gaslighting. Shut your fucking face. I don't gaslight you. You gaslight me, if anything. Go on.
Aqua Blue Tea, right? That's the one.
Yeah.
All right, $9.99 from Aqua Blue Tea. Personally, I'm not a fan of Ben Schwartz voice playing Sonic. If they were really going to lean hard into his version of Sonic, they should have just gotten Jaleel White.
Khalil what? Khalil the
Khalil Maxwell. Jaleel White.
Oh god. We know what Gilly's short for now.
To voice him, it's a no-brainer.
I think I just heard Pup turn into the Joker.
Oh god. Oh, you killed me, man. You killed me. I disagree respectfully. Yeah. No,
Oh,
I
Nick's
would-
gone. Fuck.
Is Nick okay?
Yeah,
His
he just-
computer's acting
computer
up.
died.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Okay. I thought he was just very unimpressed.
Yeah, I was like, why is he not laughing?
It doesn't help that his profile picture on Discord is him looking with this grimace.
That profile picture is the morning Nick we all get every
Do we-
Friday.
There are two Nicks inside of all of us. Do we wait then for him to come back before doing the next one, or
Well, no, because
it's-
it's your turn.
I know it's my turn, but is it? Like
I think we keep going mainly because it is Nick's
All right.
birthday, and I do know that
It is.
he would appreciate us being able to be done so he can go like
he would
wank or
appreciate us
something.
fucking off.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so Cillian McMurphy, which sounds a lot like Cillian Murphy when you think about it. Any correlation there? $4.99. Oh, bye, Nick. Says, who wins a fight? Rachel with the Tails Tech backpack or season 3 Season 3 Chris Thorndyke?
They fight to the death, and they're both dead.
Since season 3, Chris Thorndyke is the only palatable Chris Thorndyke.
I hate how much I'm
He would be the one that dies.
Saying. Gilly, just seeing the corpses all bloody, just opposite each other. All right, so the next one would be Nick, but I guess it goes into your hands, Cirrus.
All right, this one is from Sergio Fonseca. I don't know why I added another S
Fonseca,
there.
I'd say. Fonseca.
Whatever we think about the movies, get ready to welcome movie Sonic fans that love everything in them. It's exactly what I went through with when the adventure games came up. We just have to welcome it. You don't have
Counterpoint. Fuck them.
You don't have to welcome it. You just kind of have to accept that you can welcome those fans, but you don't necessarily have to welcome their opinions.
Yeah, I would say, but you can welcome their opinions. Don't welcome any shitty behaviors.
We will welcome them. We won't welcome shitty behavior. And I do want to just kind of throw out there again, all of us here are content critics, and criticizing material that we have a passion for is not the same as gatekeeping.
Yeah, what they said. I was definitely here for all of that.
Also, Rachel is definitely going to get capped by Shadow in the third movie, and the audiences will cheer.
Rachel's
Rachel's
the equivalent.
she's going to shoot Shadow in the fucking head.
Rachel's the substitute Maria Robotnik.
That said, Sergio, I do agree with the sentiment.
I guess that means Nick, you'll be up with Silver Jackler.
Let me get scrolled up here. So I discovered what's happening here. If I went to go check my server while we were on here, and the computer froze up, and that's what froze up the first time too. So just don't do that, I guess. That sucks. All right, so Sergio with
nope, that's done. You've got Silver Jackulator.
We skipped a little.
You skipped a little? How many did you do? I wasn't gone that long.
No, we've only done 2. We didn't skip.
It's just a testament to how much you have to say.
Cirrus took over your turn, so now you're taking.
Fair enough. All right, so Silver with 5. Thank you. I'm calling the Sonic type characters Manimals until we get true official term for them, and you can't stop me. Well, novelization called Sonic the Child of Mobius. So Mobian works just
they're Mobians.
Children of Mobius is a long.
What are you going to call Amy? One animal? Huh?
No, it's a gender neutral term. The man in there does not mean man as in masculine man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you manimal explain it to me.
Well, I'll manimate you because you don't animate yourself because you're static.
Guys, I'll be right back because I'm about to piss myself.
Fair enough. All right.
Enjoy your piss.
He's gonna manimate.
Oh, I will.
All right. So what order are we doing this in now?
Now it's Wayne with Brian.
Okay, so Brian Sanchez with $5 or $4.99 US for Sonic Movie 3. As stupid as it sounds, I want Sonic Man from 06 introduced and played by Sammy, classic Sonic fan, as a side gag for the lols.
I still say this is like the Spider-Man movies, right? Where it's like a slow burning origin story. That's what these movies are. It's a slow burning origin for Tom to become Sonic Man.
You know, if it weren't for recent developments, I would fully champion for Chris Chan to play the Sonic person. But recent developments have put a pin in that. Or Big the Cat. He's got a froggy medallion.
Anyways.
Are you all right, pup? You want to take Smackos?
Okay. You're good, Smacko. Wayne. Smacko sends 10 penises. I took the low-hanging fruit. Fuck it. Says, said it before as a joke, but to be honest, Gun having transportation rings would be awesome. Sonic would be like, what? And they go, we got our inside alien. Teasing Rouge for Sonic 3. Yeah, sick. I like it. I'm running out of breath. I don't know what's going on.
I like to think that Gun picked up the rings that Sonic dropped in
Imagine them swarming around like pigeons. I think
the gun soldiers come in there. Mine.
They should have a spy on the inside. I think.
I guess we do have
Inside.
to. Now that we have Shadow coming in, there's not a lot of reason for us to go to other worlds. But you have to wonder, like, they have to bring in Amy at least, right?
I'm actually a bit
I
upset.
want to see Amy.
I'm a bit upset that movie 1 went to San Francisco and yet we didn't meet Venom. A crossover between Sonic and Venom would actually be really good. Like the current movie Venom.
I am
And,
Blue
like,
Justice. We are the Lethal Protectors.
Here's another point. Just they're both fish out of water characters who are aliens on Earth. And I also want to mention that Trey Noble said that Sonic 2 was the Spider-Man 2 of video game movies, but I think it's the Venom Let There Be Carnage of video game movies, in that it leans into every single criticism that everyone had about the first one, like it's a fucking meme. Now, that's not an insult as well, because I fucking love Venom Let There Be Carnage, because I'm a Sigma male. Anyways, who's got the next super chat?
That's Nick.
Yeah, we'll just move over to me for now. Black Yakuzu 94 with $5. So can I ask, why is it jarring for Sonic to have humans in its series versus Mario having humans and monsters?
If anything, like Mario Odyssey actually goes further in having like human-looking humans next to Mario.
Yeah, but that's for one level, and that's kind of the point of that level.
Well, I also think that the New Donk City humans look not that far off from the art style of the Dreamcast humans from Sonic Adventure
Oh, for
1. Listen,
fuck's
all
True.
I'm saying
I
is
swear, I swear.
that...
With that art style, no matter how out of place it would be, whether it makes sense or not, you'd just be happy, Wallace. You've not an objective bone in your body, boy.
I like Sonic Adventure.
Whenever you bring up the Dreamcast humans, I'm just going to show them on screen.
I will wife her.
Oh, what did I just?
And
come
that's
back
my
to?
favorite moment. That's one for the fucking books.
She's got some real Tron Bond vibes, actually.
So, Gilly, are you back?
Yeah.
So you got Jeremy Montoya right under my old man. Ink draws me older and older every time. I'm just like evil Santa Claus in that picture.
I just like that it looks like you've just learned to fap for the very first time.
Right?
The power of the Sonic fandom and the palm
Not
of
the
my
Y-wing.
hands.
Looks like I'm about to create Mega Man. That's what I'm gonna do. God damn it.
The power of reproduction in the palm of my hand.
Anyway, you got Jeremy Montoya.
All right. Hannah Montoya says, so you, so you guys.
Who is that? Who is Hannah Montoya?
Hannah Montana, don't worry about it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Tonya Montoya?
I was
One
gonna say
and
Renee-
only?
I was going to say Renee Montoya from like the Batman, but like, okay, go on, Gilly, read the fucking thing.
Go ahead, Gilliam.
Fucking stop taking so long, God.
So do you guys think the Black Arms will be used in Edge Boy's backstory, or do you think they'll subtly reference him?
I think neither, and I hope it's neither.
I think Shadow will
they're
have
saving
black
it for
arms.
the. I think they're saving it for the Shadow miniseries on Paramount Plus. Do
If,
not pretend they won't do that shit.
If they didn't do tan arms for Sonic, I don't think they'll do tan arms for Shadow. So I think he'll have the black arms.
God.
You stupid son of a bitch, Pup. God damn it.
Pup's sitting here going, ha ha, tomatopotamus.
Pup, it's your turn.
It is my turn. Okay, so Brain Sanchez sends $4.99. Say, fuck off. Fuck off. Since Tom serves as the Uncle Ben role in the first two movies, do you think he will kill in the third movie by Shadow with a gun?
Yes, there will be
Yeah.
a body. We will
Yes.
see it.
No, it's going to be like Amazing Spider-Man 1 where he tries to take the gun from him first.
Maria.
Let me handle this armed robbery in the worst possible way.
Sonny just comes over.
They took everything
He's
away
like,
from me. Now
"Oh,
I'm
no, my
taking
name's
it
not
away
Peter."
from you.
You remember in Amazing Spider-Man 1 where that guy with the gun was like struggling with Uncle Ben and he just started screaming, "Get out of my head, man! Get out of my head!"
God damn it.
I think I've met you guys before.
You're two little critters. I've seen you before. No, that was just two people that looked like us. Oh, you're blowing smoke in my freaking ears, man.
Wait, where are we at now?
I don't know what to think no more, man.
We're just watching Smiling Friends now. That's all we're doing.
Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we?
Yeah, we're on
Neku
there, we're on
Zeta. It's my turn.
Yeah.
With $5.
What are we laughing about now?
What did you? Yeah.
Oh god.
Agent Stone is the human version of Thunderbolt the Chinchilla. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The chinchillada.
That was a character in post reboot Archie.
Oh well, I
A
wouldn't know
super
about that.
devout Robotnik simp.
I think there was something about this, and I'm so sorry to Archie fans because this is not a critical analysis of that content. This is not an objective look at anything from
Quit
those
softening it
comics.
up and just say it.
The Archie comics, almost by just the covers alone, are why I started getting out of the Sonic fandom when I was younger. It was so fucking cringe to me.
No, he's right. I completely agree.
I completely disagree. I think those are what sold the books.
I there's something about the melodrama. I
think-
was just like, I can't.
Yeah, I saw it as like Sonic is now EastEnders. Do you have EastEnders in this? You don't have EastEnders, do you? You don't know what EastEnders is, do you?
No.
It's a very popular British soap opera. Anyways,
I didn't see a lot of melodrama in a lot of them. Like some of the later ones where they tried to do this weird magazine thing. They did that and it was horrible.
I mean, didn't
But, like-
Ian Flynn fix a lot in the latter era anyway?
Oh, for the script, yeah. I mean, and the melodrama in those early books is exhausting. It's fucking exhausting.
It's just like that one Spider-Man No More wannabe cover with Sonic looking back over his shoulder and Sally crying. I'm just looking at the shit. I'm like,
Oh,
this
there's no. I'm not going to
I-
argue those covers.
And
Like,
that's
those
what
are
I'm
real
talking
bad.
about. When I was a kid, I saw that shit and I was just like, I don't know if I need to be a part of this.
I saw
No,
those
that
covers.
shit was exhausting. I'm talking like earlier on, like Mecha Madness, or like when they're showing like these
yeah, no.
crazy dynamic adventurous,
No, that
covers.
shit's cool. No, I'm talking about that shit.
or Sonic huddled in a corner and crying while he's reading a.
Yeah,
Mary-
that,
Yeah,
that, was,
Invasion.
that was what started pushing me away. I was just like, no thanks.
Those are the worst days of Sonic. comics.
Wake me up.
Absolute
Wake
worst.
me up inside.
Like, yeah.
I think that's when Ken Penders was like in full control of. Like, people forget that he did not write the majority of Sonic Archie. He didn't do that. There were a lot of other writers.
Yeah.
And when he started taking over was probably the most melodramatic it was exhausting. But yeah, let's keep going. My tooth hurts and I want to do other things on my birthday.
Oh, right.
Who's up next with Cecil the Galati?
Who is up next?
It's me, I believe.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cecil the Glade, thank you for the $5. Good afternoon, guys. Happy birthday, Nick. Your presents are just belated, but have a good day nonetheless.
Always appreciated, Cecil. Thank you for looking out for us. We're all getting goofy ass Sonic toys because of him and his connections.
What a
Yo,
fucking
Which
kid.
I did not know because Cecil mentioned that. I thought it was just for you, Nick. I didn't realize it was for everybody. I already had a work friend that went out to McDonald's and just bought basically most of them for me.
Yeah, there's this video of Wallace pulling back the fucking toy Death Egg robot thing. And that face that the Riddler makes that Wallace described as yogurt, he did it himself while he was pulling back that toy.
A mask
It's just
on.
covered in a mask.
Yeah, well, I could tell you were doing it under the mask. Your eyes were saying it all.
No,
No, you're
Paul
not wrong.
Dano's face looks like he's melting. That's why it looks like yogurt.
No, it was
Yogurt.
it was a little smile. It looks like he just had a nice little spoon. He's like,
I love the British pronunciation of yogurt. It is just the
Yogurt.
best thing in the world for me.
I'm
It's,
glad you appreciate it.
Anyway, we got Jamal Simmons, our pal Jamal,
There you
with
go.
$2. Happy birthday, Nick! Smiling
Jamal.
emoji, thumbs
Thank
up
you.
emoji.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Wonder if I should do a stream later. I don't know. Anyway, Pup or Gilly, somebody's turn.
Hi, Guilford, you're up.
Oh, it's
Come on,
That's
Jelly.
the only way I'm going to say that name now.
Rather be boating with $5 says Gilly, I hope you're ready to see Eggman with a whip later.
And a
he did
name.
ask for some yaoi, so
I can't wait.
Oh man,
So-
we got Shadow coming in with those Yowie hands.
He can only happen if I only want to see it if Stone has a ball gag in his mouth.
Agent Stone, I hope you're rock hard.
He's the obvious sub in that situation. Come on. Anyway.
Okay, so our pal Jamal is back again. Sends $2. Says, "Do you guys like Knuckles and Tails' new backstory?" I'm gonna go ahead and say a definitive yes for both.
Oh, it's wonderful. Those
Yeah.
two characters work so well off each other in that movie.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if they're too entirely. I mean, Knuckles is absolutely different. We're getting a reverse. We're getting a Knuckles before a Master Emerald and Angel Island, which I think is new and interesting. And I like it. Gives us an excuse to. I don't know. You had to find an excuse to get Knuckles off of Angel Island. I like the idea of him seeking it out. So I like that reverse.
Boaton's done the artwork and tagged.
Great. Great. Can't wait for that. The Tails hasn't changed though. That's the only difference is like he sought out Sonic on a different world because he's an obsessive fan.
He hasn't had the chance to be a fucking little bitch either yet. So that's something.
So there you go. I think it's my turn with Sergio. This is what I was originally reading when I came back here. You know what's funny? Paramount producers will sit down and study this podcast.
Yes, I can't fucking wait for Maria's now.
I keep saying like probably not, but after a couple of like very potent lines like about Knuckles and not being alone, and then my jacket, I was like, I mean, maybe.
And the ass copter.
But the fucking ass copters, those sons of bitches stealing everything from me. Obviously, I came up with everything. I created Sonic.
The Nick Penders arc is coming up.
So are you saying they took everything away from you and now they will feel your loss and despair?
I'm saying they did not give me a fucking invitation to the premiere, and I'm very goddamn bitter about it.
Well, you would have had to pay for your own like flight and shit.
What's up?
Best Cam's Fun Hot Girls and Boys 18 Plus.
Oh my god!
A new guest.
Look, Wayne, how charming!
Wow, I can't wait for them to just try.
Oh man, I can't wait to see some really cute breasts.
I cannot just enjoy something fun and innocent around Pup. He will turn it into something perverted.
Fun and innocent. How would you describe the Shantae series then, Wallace?
I think it's a fun series that a lot of people get horny over.
Look, listen, Wallace, do you want to fuck my wife?
Goofy.
I was so uncomfortable watching that. I was so unbelievably uncomfortable. Oh God. And that's a good point. Certified. That's a good point. Dr. Finitivus is not a Knuckles creation. It might still be owned by Archie. And what I think is more important, and this could just be in any Sonic media, Shard is not a Pender's creation. At no point did he touch Metal Sonic throughout that entire run. What are you giggling about?
Hey, Wayne.
Oh no.
I've been reading some really cool comic books lately on a website called Mobius Unleashed.
God. Damn.
Oh my God.
And thank you to Smacko for giving me the inspiration for that.
So the next one we have. This one is from David Crespo for $4.99. There's actually a Sonic X episode during the SA2 arc where the gun soldier that shot Maria recalls the raid.
My nose is bleeding from laughing.
I mean, yeah, the raid was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, we're aware of that.
I'm gonna get a tissue. Be right back.
Hey, buddy, a child dies in Sonic 3. I just saw that.
Man, I'm never sharing fucking fan art with you idiots ever again.
Nick wishes I wouldn't.
Yeah. I wish that from all of you, actually. Oh, look at that Naked HD.
Oh, Naked
XYZ.
HD.
Dude,
Online strips without clothing.
I love chicken strips when I'm naked.
How fun.
I'm gonna block you on twitter.com, Pup.
Shut your fucking mouth, you stupid bitch.
It was
These things are really
cute
not
fan
named.
art.
These things are not named well at all.
No.
Like, is there
No.
somebody's go, oh, naked HD XYZ online strips without clothing? Without clothing.
Without it, I certainly hope so.
Free sex
Shadow the
website
Hedgehog
includes
never
bet-
wears
I
clothing.
bet she looks good without clothing.
full frontal nudity includes vagina.
Bonus DLC vagina.
Okay, who is up?
I don't know.
Vulva mania.
I don't actually know.
Vulva Mania.
Oh my god.
I wasn't aware that that was the new
no.
Christian Whitehead project.
I'll just go ahead and keep us going. We got Black Yakuzu 94 with $2. Gerald used to take Maria to Olive Garden.
Sir,
Your cat taking the next one?
Again.
Cirrus?
Your cat's
She's
fucking
trying
moaning
to.
again. What are you
Jesus
doing to
Christ.
that poor thing?
She's on the other end of the house just screaming.
Is that Emrakul?
No, it's not. That's Baba.
No. Well, tell
So
her.
Maria got shot because she confessed that she was a bigger Fazoli's fan. That's what happened there.
She said she prefers the Red Lobster, cheddar biscuits.
Oh, yeah. Who's next?
Gilly,
Yeah.
Where are we
go on,
headed?
Gilly. Zerbin.
right under all these amazing pictures of
Right,
robot-
Right under
right
Robotnik.
Oh my- you know, I
right under
forgot-
Eggman checking for lumps.
I forgot about that thing, by the way. One of those photos of Eggman that you posted. The kid. I fucking forgot that was I blocked that out of my memory.
I like how there's a little tube of something on the ground as well. He's doing that face. The arse is in his face, and there's a little tube of potentially lubricant on the floor.
Oh no.
All right, Zerbim with cheesy hot Franks.
There you go.
$50.
There we go.
Just come late today and have no idea what is going on already. The first thing I hear is about child murder. Random question: will Knuckles wear a cowboy hat at some point? At some point? By the way, anyone notice how big Sonic got compared to the first movie?
I saw those
showed.
comparisons. I didn't really see it though.
Big chili dong.
I mean, especially in that little airport, the cute little airport scene, he was still freakishly small.
Maybe he was just off model in the boat scene. I don't know.
Well,
I'm gonna run to the bathroom again because that G Fuel's hitting me.
goddamn.
All right. Okay. So, Mr. Mr. SP sends $10. Says this episode had discussions about executing humans and various ways the movie could depict the murder of a child. Just another day of sunset pending. You're
Damn
getting
right.
sued.
Jesus.
And Mr. Krabs, is 224 now part of their screen name?
Wait,
Or
what?
is that just
Hang on.
there?
I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe. I guess so.
Interesting. Mr. Krabs sent us $5. Thank you. Anytime B Theory is mentioned, pup, I busted a honey nut.
Where the fuck is that
Hold up.
Sonic cereal?
Hold up, though.
It's around. It's in stores.
Is it at
There's-
Wally World?
I don't think so. I've been to Wallace World quite a few times. I did not see it anywhere.
I have not
There's-
found it at Watney World.
There's one.
What stores is it in?
There's one.
More local
non-super-
supermarkets I've been seeing from Twitter.
There's
Okay.
one. There's one non-super chat that I want to read out real quick, just because of how based it is.
I'll go
Spell iCup says booty do grfrg hi DJ h do we DJ a her junior y to he to JJ junior an egg her junior to JJ Mr. My.
Okay.
You know, I wasn't aware that listening to that was going to get me one step closer to the end of my mortal coil, but I'm happy
And
it
I'm
did.
about to break. Fantastic. All right.
Damn it.
So who's next?
Next,
That'd be Soy.
Soy
Soy.
wrist.
soy we why we.
That's so always.
Oh, the Y way.
So always.
This one is from. I will end
We're
you.
never leaving this episode.
We're
God
having
damn.
way too much fun at work today, guys.
This one is from
Oh.
Otis Small. Thank you for the $5. Happy birthday, Nick, and happy Good Friday, other guys.
Thank you, Otis, your boy.
Thank you.
I appreciate being other guys.
we
We got
not like
next
other
It's my
guys.
day. I'm getting a Ferrari cake.
we
Come on,
got
Molly.
Nekuzina with $5. Out of curiosity, what if they put the Freedom Fighters in the movie verse? Well, they're not gonna do that.
Don't give
Well-
Nick hope. We got to rip
well-
the band-aid off.
No. After them being as brazen as they were with those Knuckles references, I don't know what is off the table. If they did show up in the movie verse, I would assume it'd be another like prequel comic. I doubt you would see them in the movie itself.
Oh yeah. That's what I mean. It's like I feel like in the prequel comics, all bets are off. You can do just about anything you want with that, especially since it's such a background detail. But like in the movies, they're not doing the Freedom Fighters.
I doubt they would. But I mean, if everybody can just get up in arms about fucking Rachel, I can do the same about Sally Acorn, which is a much better
Yeah.
character. So there
I
you
mean,
go.
I am always happy to be proven wrong about this sort of thing, but they're not going to do it.
Who's next?
I mean, you sound a lot like me now, Wayne. I can see why it's so irritating. Jesus.
I'm just waiting for Styx the Badger to make an appearance, okay?
Oh,
Just
It's
waiting.
amazing that they don't have sticks in anything yet.
Why? Yeah, Styx is good.
Flynn's talked about it a few times in Bubblecast. Like he's actively tried to put her into stuff, and Sega's just been like, not yet.
I need the Alex Jones of the Sonic the Hedgehog series in more media, please.
Absolutely.
Man, just bring back Boom. Restore the Boomverse. Make it the main thing. Fuck it.
God damn it. Where is Gilly still pissing?
yes.
Okay. Pups, your turn.
Okay, so Zerbim sends 20 and says, "Happy birthday, Nick." Toot thing.
Thank you, Zerbum.
Bells.
I appreciate it.
Yay.
And just to answer the questions real quick, legally, why can't the movies reference the Freedom Fighters? They can. They're Sega characters. They're not Pender's characters. So, but we'd have no idea what the contracts say.
They would
Sega
have
could
to have the
actively not
balls.
want them to do it. And honestly, I can't exactly blame them for not wanting to bring back the Freedom Fighters.
Yeah.
At least
is-
not yet.
I think in a power struggle between Sega and Paramount are ultimately going to come out on top.
Yeah,
So-
but I doubt anybody's really going to go to the bat for those characters.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Just if I can admit that I don't buy a ticket for fucking Rachel, I can admit that the Freedom Fighters, or I meant the other way around. That's what I was saying. Fuck Rachel. That's what I was trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. Ever. Anyways, is it my turn?
I think it is.
Okay, with Neku Zeta with $5. Also, happy birthday, Nick. Love your work. Thank you, Zeta. I greatly appreciate it. Love all these birthday wishes. Let's keep them going. Let's keep
Cyrus.
praising me.
Cyrus, you are and if you want to do it in super chat form, that's also always Come on, Cyrus, read, Cyrus.
I
please,
can't.
come on.
I can't read. I can't read.
Oh.
Why?
I am dumb.
That's-
Well, I'll just keep doing it then.
Are you implying that everyone who is
I
illiterate
want
is dumb because there are some...
go. I want to go.
This one is from way
Who was
past
the
cool.
skeptical.
All right, Wayne. I will actually kill you. I know where you live.
Yeah, Wayne. Nick actually has a wife, so stop holding him up for fuck's sake, Wayne.
She's actually at work. I just want to go look for dinosaur
He's
toys.
married to Sunset City, you bitch. Way past cool kid. Thank you for the $4.99. Happy birthday, Nick. Also missed you boys. Also, Sonic 2 is my new comfort movie. I've watched it 3 times, and my fiance watched it with me twice. Aw, that's precious.
That
I
is
thought-
adorable.
I've thought about seeing it a third time just so I can go to AMC and get those cups.
I want to get some cups. Yeah, I might go to see Sonic again because I do want to get. There's a new poster starting on Sunday that you can pick up as well.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't get anything because in the UK we are miserable.
yeah.
Oh. We
Yeah.
we got a Julia R with $5. Happy birthday, Nick, and happy anniversary, Sunset City. I love waking up on Friday mornings to listen to you guys. Well, thank you
thank you,
very
Drew.
much.
Thank you. Should it not be pronounced Julia? Looking at that.
Mm. Well, Pup, you're up next with Otis, size of your dick.
I'm back.
You're very funny, Wallace. Look, it's not small, it's microscopic, so fuck off. Anyways,
It's fun size.
it's not that small. How could you say that to me?
So this might
Anyways.
be more of a Nick question anyway.
I'm not
I'm
sorry.
looking at it.
Okay, so did they formally announce some I Splinter for Shredder's Revenge, I was watching the behind the scenes interview, and he's being played. Go on.
Yes,
Nick,
they
go on, you
did.
take it from here.
They did. Yes. Quite a while ago.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I guess that answers that.
And
That's the
Gilly,
answer. The answer is
are you
yes.
back yet?
Yes,
How was your piss?
Oh, what's up, Gilly?
it was great.
Did
And
you
this is-
play the demo, or is that an upcoming thing
What?
for Shredder's Revenge?
Oh, that's PAX next week. I actually have an appointment at I think 12 p.m. to play it.
Today?
Ah.
No, on Thursday, next Thursday.
Oh, nice. Very nice. They better give me a review copy, I swear to God.
They won't let me
My
capture footage though, which is annoying.
Yeah.
They a lot of like game developers and companies like let you capture footage, but they're not letting me for some reason.
Yeah, they want you to actually talk about it on your fucking show, but don't actually show anything. This is a very
Well,
much
it's PAX who wants you to cover PAX.
yeah.
And then, but at the same time, it's like these game devs are obviously trying to like get the word of their game out. Why wouldn't you like? And I mean, partially I get it because like last time there was a PAX, I played Bikini Bottom,
Mhm.
Battle for Bikini Bottom, and like they would let me record footage, but they only let me record footage of the gameplay, not the cutscenes, because the cutscenes were broken.
Yeah.
And there were a bunch of issues. Like he was telling me at what points I was allowed to record and when I wasn't allowed to record. Because
Just
obviously,
the good parts, Gilly.
yeah,
It's a very much a no take only throw situation. Sometimes it sounds
Yeah.
like.
It's like those PlayStation things that pop up where it's just like, oh, this cutscene's blocked. It's
Oh,
It's-
dude, the best thing about that is Sonic Forces. How like every cutscene, it turns a lot of mystery surrounding this story. Let me tell you that much. You don't want to get this spoiled.
God
with a
damn.
story with as much depth as a fucking rain puddle, or just gonna block every cutscene.
With a story with as much depth as I can achieve with this microscopic little fucking ant thing I got down here.
Jesus Christ.
Is that now a canon?
Bless
bit
his
of the
heart,
lore
he's doing
now?
his best.
Pup's got a tiny dick. Is that
Well,
the newest
but-
bit of Sunset City
I
lore?
guess so.
Got a red rocket
It's
anyway.
it's canon to my show. It might as well be canon to this one.
Well,
Right,
like
that's
a
it.
red
I'm
firecracker
sending
at
all
this
you
point.
guys a dick pic later. I tell.
Yeah, no, Nick, it's less of a red rocket, and more of a red firecracker.
Oh God.
Oh, great! That means it's illegal in most states.
Oh God. Oh God.
Anyway, where are we at?
Where are we at?
We were just with Otis Small.
Okay. Who? No. Yeah. So who's reading this?
So Nick is reading Black Yakuzu.
Yeah. Black Yakuzu 94 with $5. Thank you again. You guys think Shadow is going to die in the third movie, or will he live past it and become part of the main cast? I would not like him to be part of the Wachowski household.
he's gonna
Well,
die,
I don't think he
and then
has to be.
he's gonna die at the end of the third movie, and then he's gonna be in the fourth movie anyway.
With
Post credits
amnesia.
is going to show him being alive.
I think I don't think they should even allude to him getting killed off. I think they should set him on like a path to redemption with a very clear sort of path to redemption kind of thing. It's quite obvious that Sega have regretted killing him off that first time around. It's been made evident by every subsequent Shadow appearance.
It would have been a
So-
good ending if he stayed dead.
It would.
Yeah,
it really
he
would.
should have stayed dead.
But if they wanted to not have him stay dead, or if they wanted to just not kill him off in the fucking first place, you
Well,
idiot,
to
they could have.
be fair, Shadow did die at the end of that game. He never came back. Whatever character has been standing in there since then is not the Shadow the Hedgehog we saw in Sonic Adventure 2.
I just
I would
It's like
disagree
an
thoroughly.
Avril Lavigne thing.
You know what would be better if actually Sonic died, and then Shadow goes on like a Ben Affleck Batman quest to assemble the chaotic combo or whatever the fuck a Sonic team is called, and then like they resurrect Sonic because they need the mother boxes.
I don't think we should ever pretend like we're going to kill off super popular.
No, they're
Fucking
not. I
characters.
know, like fucking, but like I want to see Shadow on like a genuine path to redemption and become a warmer person. And I don't just mean like in like Sonic 06, where it's like, oh, he's overcome his grief. He works for the people that killed his girlfriend. No, I want to see him like all smiling and shit and being a happy guy. I want him to have a happy ending.
Who do we have?
want-
who do we have
I
going
want
next? To the next one?
I want the sorry, sir, you'll be on the way past cool kid, but my last bit on that is I want the Shadow that's geeking out over his motorcycle.
Anyways, the next one we have is from Way Past Cool Kid for $4.99. The first movie was the movie they needed to make. Sonic 2 was the movie they wanted to make, and you can feel it. The movie is oozing with passion. I agree with that, all except for 15 minutes, but we've already talked about that.
Let's talk about the Rachel scene.
No,
guys.
let's not talk about the Rachel scene anymore. We're done with Bridezilla.
How necessary do you think that scene was, guys?
Necessary for you to shut the fuck up.
Way Past Cool Kid comes back with another $5, $4.99 US. As a girl, I love how thirsty y'all are. It's funny and hashtag relatable. But real talk, neither the internet nor my gay heart are ready for movie Rouge.
I'm telling you, they're gonna redesign her heavily. She's gonna be heavily. I'll be very surprised if she isn't.
And just give
I'm
her
still
that.
not sure if she's gonna show up or not.
I think Shadow needs that kind of person that you can kind of lean on, you know.
I think it's
Unless it's
ridiculous that
Rachel.
people are talking about like it's essential for Maria and Gerald to be in this if Shadow's going to be in it, but nobody talks about Rouge.
And no one talks about
Just the priorities just all over the fucking place here, man.
We
Like,
also-
Rouge is such a fun character, though. Like,
I would prefer her over more humans.
yeah,
I mean, let's also bear in mind that Sonic Boom gave us a Shadow with neither Maria nor Rouge. And in the show, he kind of worked on his own terms. Not as good, obviously, but he kind of worked.
team her up with another lesbian agent.
Sonic Eggs.
Oh God.
What? What did I say?
I don't know what the fuck that. Let's keep going.
What did I do?
I don't know. Gilly, do you want to take Stevie? Z?
Yeah, Stevie D.
DVD
I
is
was trying to find it.
beneath Way Past Cool Kid, which is just slightly beneath this Sonic the Hedgehog comic cover posted by Suris.
Stevie D with $5. If the next movie doesn't have the scene where Sonic cuts off Shadow saying, "I'll make you eat," I can't fucking talk. I'll make you eat those words. I'm gonna riot.
They should just talk over each other constantly and make it like their thing.
Genuinely though, it would like if everyone's gonna be whining about Crush 40 not being in the movies, like this would be the movie to actively complain about Crush 40 not being in the movies.
One day, the moment will come when your powers are needed.
No, they
but you
just-
don't choose that moment. That moment, choose. I'll make you eat those words.
They will get Jared Leto to play Shadow, and they'll have 30 Seconds to Mars do the main vocal theme.
I was just gonna say they'll fucking get Bruno Mars to do it.
I mean, to be fair though, if Jared Leto were to play fucking Shadow, I guess he'd be wanting to fuck Maria rather than anything else.
Oh man, somebody revealed to me earlier. It was like a week or two ago that Jared Leto's involved with Tron 3, and I felt a part of me die.
I'd be amazed if they ever actually get Tron 3 out the door.
Jared.
Anyway,
Who's up?
I want it.
Is it me?
it's your turn.
I believe it
Okay,
is. Yes.
Xander Johnson Carr sends $50. Says Ben Kingsley, Hugo Weaving, or James Spader as fucking Neo Metal Sonic. Can't speak anymore. Who was the guy that voiced Ultron? Was that James Spader?
That was James Spader, and I'm down.
Yeah, I kind
I'm down
of
for
like
that.
that. That's not bad.
I would not like James Spader as Neo Metal Sonic.
No,
Roger
No.
Craig Smith.
I mean,
I like-
it was just oh god, like that's how they write. I mean, he's a good actor. Maybe if he didn't have a Whedon script.
Well, they're not
that's
getting Whedon
my
to write
thing
this, though, are they? Like,
is the few times that like when Ultron was serious in that movie, he sounded perfect.
I guess. Man,
It
Hugo
was
Weaving would be fun though.
good. Yeah, Hugo Weaving would be cool, but man, I don't know what to make of that guy. He's just like, oh, I wouldn't return as the Red Skull. That shit is that's beneath me.
He never said that though, did he? Because like I've seen the interview with him where he explains where he didn't return, and it was actually kind of fair enough.
Oh, is it one of those things where people were just kind of like taking it out of context and basically misquoted him
basically-
entirely?
The main thing was they were going to like invite him back, but the paychecks would get smaller and smaller as the roles did, and he was just like,
Okay.
I don't really see the point of that. Like,
Well, hey, fair enough. You know what? Then I will correct myself. If he didn't really say that, then all right.
yeah, it sounds like he was an okay sport about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, whose turn is it? Is it mine?
yours.
It is yours.
Hollow Boy Gaming gave us $5. Thank you. Do you think they'll bring Jason back for Sonic 3 just like Colleen for Sonic 2? No, I don't
I'd
think
like
so.
it, but I think at best we
I'd
get
like it
Kirby
too.
Thornton.
Yeah, I'd like it too. I've said it 100 times before. I think they're going to try to attach a big name on it to help fill in more seats, even though the character Shadow alone should be enough to sell you on the movie.
I suppose it's trying to sell it to the non-fans, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's partially why
I can't
they do what
stand
they do.
big celebrity voices for no reason, just because they're celebrities.
I'm still not completely sold on Idris Elba. I know a lot of people loved him, but I think the characterization was better than the actual performance.
I agree on some levels, but there were some scenes in there where like his voice lending to that character was just it just hit me the perfect way, and I didn't want that depiction of Knuckles from a different voice. Like it's not 100% for me the entire movie, but in a couple of scenes it just worked.
I mean, you say like you didn't want it from anybody else, but like you're not really given the chance to hear it from anybody else, though.
Well,
I'm
what I'll say is it's my favorite Knuckles voice.
I agree.
I'm attached wholeheartedly to Dreamcast. Hey, forgive me, I'm not super familiar with the actor that played Knuckles back in the day. I think like his Dreamcast era voice was like my second favorite, but beyond that, it's just I never remember Knuckles' performance. Idris Elba's, though, I felt like it had a certain level of personality, and I could tell what the character's history was just by listening to him speak.
Also, we are well overdue a Sonic character having a black actor play them. Like, as far as like the actual Sonic core characters go.
No disagreements there.
Have we ever even had one? And
Yeah.
I like the fact.
Jaleel White.
Oh,
Are you
fuck me! I just
fucking
did
kidding? I was
just-
waiting for somebody to say it.
Okay, I'm gonna
The man
move,
himself, boy.
I'm gonna move the goalpost and say in anything that's like 3-dimensional. But oh, fuck me.
So you don't consider a TV series 3-dimensional?
Excuse me?
It's not 3D. It's 2D.
God, son of
The
a
Sonic fan movie?
Yeah. You got me there. Okay, but no. Oh, okay. Anything that is 3-dimensional and official. I'm really using
It doesn't
goalposts here.
have Doug Walker in it.
Look, okay.
I like Dan Green's Knuckles.
I just committed racial erasure. Okay, my bad.
God damn.
Dan
All right.
Green's Knuckles is good.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Let's move on.
Next one is from Way Past Cool Kid, I think, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Someone
yes.
stop me virtue signaling before it's too late.
Oh my god. Way Past Cool Kid, thank you for the $4.99. So no worries, Wallace. Everybody loves Jubblies. I know I do. They are cute and charming. Glad to see the appeal. Can't wait to play Vulvamania Plus. Oh my god.
Wait,
Hey, Wayne, don't you love those cute little vulvas?
it was an adorable piece of fan art.
Oh.
I
wanna
will go.
So was everything
full
else you
horny.
said.
The Sonic 2 logo with like the big like star ring and like the wings. I want to see that's a vagina and I want to see them popping out.
God damn it! Like,
I
listen,
I
man.
love how it feels. It feels like I'm manipulating Wallace into revealing his horny side on the stream, but I'm not even trying to do that. I'm just having fun.
Like, there's some shit I would go full horny for. That was literally just, I was happy to. I was gonna get into this earlier.
You should see the
Over
yogurt
the
smile
past-
I have on my face right now.
That's what he
Over
said.
the past year, because of this podcast and because of our audience and because of you guys, I have become a bigger Sonic fan than I think I was when I was a child. And it's like I have fully embraced this to a level I have never done before. I have people that will just buy, like all my friends at work just hit me up anytime they see something Sonic related. Anytime that they see something, they'll just fucking pick it up and buy it. People are on the hunt for that cereal for me now.
So
and like,
what you're trying to say is thank you to me, and
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say to you is you're welcome, Wallace.
yes, and my thing last night was I was just embracing this, like, I've been so happy with just, I'm glad I finally got past this sort of part of myself that at one point was just kind of pushing myself away from the series. I fully embraced it, and I'm loving so much from the community. And so I'm just like, oh man, let's just look at this fan art. Like, it's just great seeing people taking characters like Honey the Cat and stuff like that, and people are still doing like fan art of characters like this and everything like that. It's and then, but no, Wayne's horny.
No, literally, like
it's
every time
female
Wayne
character.
every time Wayne posts a picture of any kind of female in our group chat, I will always fucking egg him on. But the main reason is because he's so fucking adorable and innocent and shit. And 90% of the time, they're sexy as fuck.
They're going to
of the
be
time,
roommates in 2 years. I swear to God.
90% of the time, I want to bang the shit out of these animated women. So,
Jesus
like...
Christ.
Okay. Anyways, Nick's gone silent, so we should probably move on.
We like that.
I think it's me now. Well, it would be way past cool kid again if hey, Pup, take that down. stupid
Oh
idiot.
shit! Sorry, man. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Stay in
Yeah,
your
you got it.
goddamn lane.
No, man. No, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yeah. Why'd you take? Wait, where did they both go?
Go!
Oh, okay, no, never mind. Hey, okay, so hey, Mr. Krabs, $4.99 US. Nick, I'm gonna read Mecha Madness. 20 minutes later, Nick, Bunny Rabbit, what the fuck?
When Nick yelled
What?
"Go!" I just imagine him like Sonic Unleashed boosting down the street.
Oh man, can I just say, like, it was driving me crazy. I was listening to your like Sonic speed reading of I think it was like the Mecha Sonic like Archie comic thing.
That'd
And,
be Mecha Madness.
Yeah. You kept referring to Bunny Rabbit as Bunny Rabbit, and I was like, Nick, you stupid son of a bitch. You
I said
stupid
rabbit.
I said,
It's
yeah,
close enough. I'm not
you
gonna.
said
I'm not gonna.
rabbit, and I mean, it's
I'm not gonna-
Rabbit.
Well, I know what it is, but I'm not gonna
It could just
stop
be
and
an
be like
accent.
Rabbot every single
extra
time.
fucking mouth muscles to say rabbit.
I would
It's
say,
okay.
I would
I
say
spent-
rabbit. You know, like
I
it's
spent
rabbit.
I spent the entire Sonic CD review calling the Sonic or the robot transporters robot generators, and I felt like a fucking idiot while I was.
Well, I
editing
was
that.
calling it Rabbit, so
You're also
whether you heard
like,
it or not, that's on you because I know.
Sounds
what
like,
I'm
such a
it sounds like
fucking
rabbit.
you're such
I
a
don't
fucking
care.
linguistic elitist. First, you make fun of the way I say Miles Morales, and now you make fun of the way Nick says rabbit.
Morales?
Not now. Not now. We're moving on.
I love Millie's Morales.
Fucking- So, someone just read the goddamn next super chat, okay? And God damn it.
Who's your- I think it's your turn, pup.
I think you're up, Gilly. I think you're up with
Oh yeah,
Gilly
Gilly.
Tricks. With $5.
Oh
What
no, Lulu. Rouge is not making fun of Knuckles by saying that echidna stink. She likes his musk.
He likes his
Oh,
his
God.
extra 3 peepees.
What if Maddie's middle name is Maria, and when Sonic and Shadow fight and Shadow begins winning, and right before he kills Sonic blurts out Maria.
Oh no!
Did you say the name?
What did you
Listen,
say
Straight
that
up like
name?
a Shadow the
Listen.
Hedgehog.
Listen, you guys make fun of that scene, but you don't understand what it means, so just think about it, all right?
What it means is that it doesn't make any fucking sense.
It makes perfect sense. Superman knew what he was doing. He was reaching through to Bruce's sense of humanity by mentioning the one thing that fucking could restore his humanity, and it was the fact that he has a mother and all that shit. And anyways, fuck you. I'm gonna
Wait,
read
no,
this.
It
don't
was
you dare
stupid
get
and
us
contrived.
copyright hit and talk about fictional characters having parents.
Oh God, Ken. Okay, so I think we all really no Tom topics. I will not say Pikachu. Fuck. All right.
Why don't you say the next super chat?
No, because Tom always makes fun of the way I say Pikachu, and it's not
I got
cool.
that.
Pikachu.
So Nekuzita sends $30 and says, thinking about it, what if they did kill Sonic instead of Shadow, and then they could focus on a Tails series about being his own. Why did you laugh? About being his own character without Sonic, and a post-credit scene shows Sonic alive in the future meeting Silver.
That seems a little convoluted.
I think it sounds.
I would
kinda
love to
cool,
have a
but-
Dark Knight Rises ending to the Sonic series.
What is Silver now Catwoman? Is he like at a a Spagonian cafe with Silver?
Yes.
And then Professor Pickle just like nods at him from across.
It would. It would be
Played by
really.
Michael Caine.
Oh please! It would be a different way of like introducing Silver, but like, I don't know
Well,
about
as
that
a
one.
love interest for Sonic, I'd be down.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Fucking do it. Like, have the balls to do it, man. Who's up?
If they
So
ever do
Otis Small.
silver, oh yeah, sorry.
Otis Small with $5. As a cuckster, I would love to see a yogurt smile on Pup's face.
Since when do super chats allow this kind of language?
I love it. If you look, I love the profile photo that pairs with it.
Wait, hang on. Let me have a look.
It's
here.
the
Wade.
Patrick. This is Patrick.
That it is. All right, guys, we've been going for a very, very long time.
Yep.
And I do have other stuff I want to do with my day, but I gotta say, as far as my birthdays are concerned, this is the very first one I've enjoyed being at work on my birthday. So thank you guys for making that possible. Oh man. But yeah, let's just wrap things up here. And yeah, if you want to see more from me, Nick at Game Apologist just wrapped up Mecha March Madness. Took a break this week. I'm going to be kicking off with Ninja Turtles next week, which I'm very excited for. And
Yeah.
Pup, what are you up to?
Okay, so not only do I want to say happy birthday to you, Nick, I also want to say happy birthday to this channel. Happy birthday to Sunset City, which means that this is officially the year of Sunset City. But yeah, on my own channel, what do I got? Coming soon, I've got a video on what I and a little guest star want to see from Sonic Movie 3. But not only that, there's a little blog segment where we go on a little road trip around the local area. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be kind of boring. So yeah. Also, we have another super chat.
Right. Oh, that'd be. I'll just say real quick. Hollow Boy Gaming with $2. Shadow Kick Silver in Sonic 06.
I'd like to see it. I want to see Shadow drop kicks.
I need to see them
She
drop
gets
kick
all
a child.
spazzy again and just drop kicks.
Have you guys seen the re-edit of that where Shadow's like, I can't believe Steve Jobs died of Ligma. Silver just, hey, who the hell is Steve Jobs? Shadow, Ligma balls.
They should edit,
he just does the fucking backwards kick.
They should edit that backwards kick into that, that Oscar moment with Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Keep Maria's name out of your fucking mouth.
Out of your damn mouth.
Slaps him and out drops the fourth Chaos Emerald.
Damn.
Cirrus, what are you up to?
So I actually am going to be putting up a review of the Sonic movie on my channel. It's going to be going up either today or tomorrow. And then I've actually got a response video to the Arlo review that I'm going to be putting up afterwards because that's going to be terrible.
Wayne, what are you up to?
So I was gonna do like a small review of the Sonic 2 movie. I have nothing more to add at this point.
Nothing left.
I have nothing left. I have
There's nothing left inside.
You motherfuckers took it away from me.
He's almost dead.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry. This all just popped up in the chat. I lost my train of thought.
No, just fucking go on.
So I am working really hard on the Sonic 3 Knuckles video. I'm trying not to like drive myself crazy with it. It's just a bigger video that I've worked on in a while. And I just want to make sure that I'm enjoying the process and I'm not skipping anything while working on it. I'm also probably before that comes out, I'm probably going to do a small like side quest review of the Lego Star Wars, because goddamn that game's got no business being as good as it is. So I'm enjoying that a lot. I guess that's most of what I'm working on right now.
Cool.
Imagine
And
getting timed out by 2 members of Sunset City.
Stop and make me okay.
You asked for it.
Yep.
Get cucked.
I
That's how
don't
that
make
works.
monkeys, I train them.
Last but not least, Gilly, what are you up to these days?
I got a crazy video not in the pipeline, and it's about whatever shit I spew onto my channel before I have to leave for PAX.
Oh, a crazy video, huh? You becoming the Joker.
It's whatever I can come up with. So I don't know what I'm doing yet. It'll probably be out before PAX, which is next week.
Well, if you have not subscribed to any of these fine folks, you really should, because I enjoy everyone here and their content. And you will too, because I told you to. and it's my birthday. Do that for my birthday. Subscribe to them if you haven't. That's my birthday.
There's a link to
So
everybody's
subscribe
channel.
subscribe to me for Nick's birthday.
Yes.
Yes. There you go.
No, it wouldn't.
Watch
It
my
would-
Klonoa videos for Nick's birthday.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't be a birthday party without someone crying about the fact it's not their birthday. So, Wallace, I elect you to be the birthday crier for today. Old tradition.
That's okay. I cry every night.
Oh, okay. Well,
God
if you can
damn.
record it next time and then send it to me, I need a new ringtone.
Oh, gotcha. I got you, boy. I got you.
Thanks, pal. This is why I love you, man. You're the best.
Yeah.
So wait
Oh,
for new Nick snacks. I was gonna review the Sonic G Fuels, but they announced a fourth flavor that I have pre-ordered. So once that comes in, I'm gonna be reviewing all of those, and that's probably gonna be that might say Patreon exclusive. We'll see.
Where's
We will
that?
see. Oh my god!
Where's that damn fourth flavor?
Oh
What
god!
the fuck is this?
That was a good one, Wayne. I'm proud of you.
Oh man, this actually reminds me of something I got to show you guys.
Isn't that just another form of water bending?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta find this real quick. Or we're not
I'm
listening to
enjoying
this
a
on
nice
stream.
drink of water. Mm.
All right.
Glass of water,
did we
please.
have anything else we needed to cover?
No, I might be streaming later if you guys want to come hang out on my channel, but I wasn't gonna rush a new video out for my birthday. I
Can we go
figured I
now?
earned it.
Your birthday pie's gone on way too long, man. Can we go?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Also,
All
Bob,
right.
you really shouldn't Pikachu. You'll just make it worse.
I'm gonna go fuck.
God.